Oh my god, we started a whole minute late. I can't believe it. Hello everyone, how are we? I am doing quite well. Oh boy, so yeah, this was originally going to be tomorrow, but then the possibility of doing it today became apparent to me, and I was like, I don't know, maybe and then I said, oh, we'll do it tomorrow, and then I changed my mind again and said, we'll do it today. So here we are now. Isn't that fun? Oh boy, we have more people in here now? Oh shit, Balder's already here. Oh god. Oh god. Hi Balder, how are you? You there?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can. Hold on, let me turn down your volume a little bit. There we go. I think we're good. So I'll agree, Ragnarok has the best ending of the year. I mean, it was a very good ending. I don't know if it's ending of the year. I haven't really watched enough anime from this year. So I don't know how it stacks up to other EDs. But it was really good. Yeah, in the streaming VC. If you guys want to get into the voice channel to talk on stream, join the streaming VC. And I got released for Netflix in my area on Father's Day, which was a swift call.
So we're talking about the Ragnarok anime?
Yes, the one and only. We're gonna wait a little bit, let some more people join the stream, and then we'll get to it, I guess. By the way, guys, if you're in here watching the stream, you should leave a like. I'm very OCD. I like having the same number of likes as I do viewers. So if you're in here, be sure to hit that like button.
One unrealistic goal.
I don't know. I managed to do it plenty of times.
Oh.
It just, sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes they're real stubborn. Are you in the car? Did I just hear windshield wipers or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I just got off work.
Oh, by the way, guys, people in the chat, in the stream chat, is all the audio sounding good? Are we sounding nice and crisp enough? Griever can't wait to join. Excellent. I hope we have a nice, diverse array of opinions on here tonight. I think we will. Depending on who we get in here. Since you're already in here, and I know at least Griever plans on joining, we're gonna get some diversity of opinion. Well, I'm here. I know my opinion's different from yours, so we've already got that there.
Oh yeah.
But we even had someone join from the Shumatsu server just for the stream to maybe join. I don't know.
Nice. I used to be on there.
I know, that's where I introduced
yeah,
myself to you.
Actually, now that I think about it, I'm kind of sad I wasn't on the server when this anime came out because I missed all the fucking salt.
Oh, I don't know. It sounds like there's a vacuum in the back. That may be my computer's fan. It's quite loud. Oh shit, Lupus is here. Hey Lupus, what's up? People who don't know the difference between entomology and etymology bug me in ways I cannot put into words. I don't remember what either of those words mean. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up now.
I know what etymology means. I didn't hear the other one pretty
Etymology. Branch of zoology concerned with the study of insects. Okay, that's entomology. And what about etymology?
That's the meaning of words, right? No,
I believe, yes, the
No,
study
it's,
of the origin of words. You see, I think I've heard of etymology before, but not entomology.
Bro, look up the etymology of entomology.
Oh, fuck. That's the etymology of the word entomology. Nice. It's a quality dad joke. Oh my god!
What?
Holy shit, I just realized. I just comprehended. People who don't know the difference between entomology and etymology bug me in ways I cannot put into words.
God. Fucking hell.
Well, there you go, people. Do I have some shit in the background I can turn off to make my fucking fan turn off? Or, you know, not
Is
be
there,
as loud?
are they complaining about background stuff?
Someone said it sounds like there's a vacuum in the background. I mean, I have my computer fan. Sometimes you can hear that. I don't know if that's... I think that's usually playing during streams, but...
So there's a non-zero chance that's actually coming from my end with the window wipers.
Yeah, that's also possible. I heard that.
Yeah, so, I don't know if that would sound like a fan, though, but...
No, it wouldn't. I can hear my fan. I guess that would sound like a vacuum on the other end of the house.
Okay. If that doesn't work, I'll just leave for a little bit and come back.
Let's see, let's read the chat a little bit. 8 viewers. 8 viewers, not bad. How about we pump it up to 8 likes? Alright, let's see. Okay, we had Lupus's dad joke. Dylan said I'd join the VC if I didn't have a frog in my throat. Very unfortunate. Be sure to get that frog out of there. Skin said, honestly, it wasn't as bad as people on Twitter were making it out to be, but it wasn't as good as you and Griever were hyping it up to be. I'm not hyping it up. My entire thing has basically been it's not as bad as people say it is.
And I'm saying it's exactly as bad as people are saying.
Oh boy.
Bro, I'll save it for later, but I've got a hot take on that.
Oh,
well, it's not really a hot take.
Well, you said I was being overly optimistic or something and annoyed you.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that were.
I mean, maybe I'm a little high on the copium, but I still kind of enjoyed myself watching it. Like, I didn't hate it. Dylan says... Alright, Sun Eater Grom said, can't believe Babe Ruth was almost in record of Ragnarok as a fighter. I mean, I guess him, like, hitting someone with a fucking baseball going at, like, 100 miles an hour is more conceivable than having Nostradamus go up and, I don't know, predict things happening in the fight. Dylan says Aphrodite was also a fighter originally, but was replaced by Buddha. Yeah, I guess that means they were going to have some female fighters in originally, but they changed their mind or something. Senator Graham said, I'd like to see him home run someone's head off. Yeah, I guess he could do a home run, like, blow someone's head off with a baseball bat. Luis Stamato said, crappy artists dumped on the anime to showcase their bad art by improving the scenes. They used the anime as a stepping stone for their own personal gain. Okay, so I saw some of that where they redrew some of Brynhild's facial expressions to be more manga accurate, but fairly in the... Like, it looked like it was in the anime. I didn't think it was bad. I think that's just them being like, yeah, this isn't really accurate to the manga, I'm going to change it to be more accurate to the manga. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing to do. I mean, shit, if I'm putting my art on social media, it's usually to become more popular and have personal gain. Most of the time. I mean, there are always people that are just like, yeah, I just like putting stuff out there or whatever. But, like, if I'm, like, someone who has aspirations to, like, do art as a day job, I would definitely do something like that. By the way, guys, how does the chat look being slightly away from the side of the screen? I made it smaller so that, like, the text isn't as tiny, but I don't know how it looks this way. You guys let me know. If it looks bad, I'll just change it to being back to as thick as it used to be. Griever says, and that is a bar. Dylan says, Babe Ruth would probably fight Apollo, I guess. Luis D'Amato says, it's just something I noticed on Twitter. Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. Sonny DeGrom says, I give the record of Ragnarok anime a 6.9 out of 10. Why would you go up to 6.9 and not just make it a 10? Or not a 10, holy shit. Why not just make it a 7? I don't understand getting, like, that specific with it.
Because 69.
Alright, yeah. Lupus says, most definitely not as bad as people say it is. It's not good, but it's not bad. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Lupus, how you doing?
Yeah, Lupus, how are you? I feel like you're the most... Well, I think this is the first time we've had a known person from the Shumatsu server on here. At least, you know, with a name I can recognize. Luis D'Amato says the anime was okay, it deserved better. I agree. Mr. King asked, did you watch the Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen fight? I saw some clips of it. I saw a really funny tweet the other day. Let me go find it. I saw a tweet. I think it was yesterday, actually, because that was when the fight came out. Yes, I see Boruto has another episode people will use to justify its existence. Yeah. Skin says, I can't wait to see Akita fight in Record of Ragnarok, maybe because I just have a thing for cool swordsmen. Yeah, and anime swordsmen are always among the coolest characters, because it's a guy with the sword doing dumb anime bullshit, and you can always do the coolest dumb anime bullshit with a sword. Lupus says, it's just there, it's decent, solid 6 out of 10. To say it's as bad as 7 Deadly Sins Season 3 or Berserk CGI is kind of silly, though. I agree. Like, I saw, who was it? Chibi said it's worse than Escanor, like, the Adam vs. Zeus thing is worse than Escanor versus Meliodas. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, he's got a point.
No, that was painful to look at. This was just, like, disappointing. Escanor versus Meliodas made me want to gouge my fucking eyes out.
I'll save it for when we're actually debating, but that fucking Adam versus Zeus fight it was so dog shit that I was like, no.
Balder, no animation is better than god-awful animation.
Okay, that's not the only critique I have of the fight, though.
I'm sure. I have some critiques for it, too. Some other things were not great for me. There were things other than the slideshow that I didn't really care for. A lot of it was other slideshow stuff. But some of the animation choices I didn't like. How is a 6 out of 10 a slideshow? No, we're not the whole thing, just that one section. The 20 seconds in one episode.
That one section's a 0 out of 10.
Yeah, that is... You know what sucked? Oh my god, do I want to get into this now? I mentioned this in my review, I'll just make a short comment. That fucking PowerPoint presentation really sucked, because the rest of the episode was pretty good. Like, relative to the rest of the season. It was actually a pretty decent episode, and then you just had that in the middle of it. Luis D'Amato says, I'd like to see those artists hold an actual animator's job and see how they handle it. Well, there's a difference between being, like, a still frame artist and being an actual animator. Yes. Yeah, we'll make the joke now.
I hate that line of logic that you need to be an expert in something to criticize it, because it makes no fucking sense.
I had a criticism for...
No, by that fucking line of logic, you need to be a gourmet chef to tell your fucking restaurant that the food isn't done right. That's what that line of logic is. You can apply it to everything. It's fucking stupid.
No, I had an issue with another part of the fight. I mentioned it in, I think, my review for episode 8. And I said, this seems like something really easy to just, like, add onto, but I'm not an animator, so I don't actually know. It doesn't seem like it would be that difficult, but I have no idea. I've also heard whisperings about the production team getting, like, a really fucking unreasonable, like, amount of time to finish this, so if that's true, that is, like, almost definitely a factor. Lupus says, yo, what's poppin'? I'm playing Genshin. Good for you. I played Genshin for, like, a week or two. I tried getting into Genshin, and it was not for me. I keep losing track of where I am. Let's see. Skin says it was definitely worse than Mescanor, holy shit. It was definitely worse than Meliodas versus Escanor for sure, and Berserk 2016 is debatable. Nah, you're full of shit. Luis D'Amato says, lol, the 7 Deadly Sins animation is downright inexcusable. Yes. Yes, the fuck it is. I remember watching that, and I laughed my fucking ass off at how god-awful it was. Whew.
I didn't. Bro, that was the most hype fight I was waiting forward to.
Escanor versus Meliodas?
For that particular anime, yeah, I was hyped as shit. There was no other fight from that anime that I'd been more hyped for, and they fucking butchered it. That's not something that makes me laugh.
No, well, because you see, I bet you didn't.
It's like me. Fight. I did not laugh on this.
No, I didn't laugh either, because I'm actually, like, a fan. Like, I laughed at the Attack on Titan ending, because I had just kind of read it, and I was like, yeah, Attack on Titan's pretty good, and then the ending happened, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. No, what was more amazing was seeing the reactions to the ending of Attack on Titan. That... Oh.
I swear, it went from, like, a masterpiece to worse than Game of Thrones ending in 3 fucking chapters.
And then Isayama heard, oh, what's this? There are people defending my ending? We'll see about that. And then released the volume.
No, he heard the people complaining about it. So he was like, you know what, fam? I'm gonna make it even worse.
Jesus.
Why not make a sequel while I'm at it?
Oh, yeah.
I hope you like Boruto. God.
Signing to the Grum said, will Leonidas have the 300 references in Record of Ragnarok? Probably. I mean, like, that's... In popular media, that's, like, his fucking thing, is being the guy from 300. So I wouldn't be surprised if they had, like, a reference or two in there. Mr. King says, bro, that fight broke the internet. Please do a reaction. Dude, we tried doing a reaction stream, like, 2 weeks ago. OBS crashed. And I don't care enough about Boruto to fucking crash OBS again. Daniel says, how is a 6 out of 10 a slideshow? Y'all are tripping. Do you mean it deserves less than a 6 or more than a 6?
I think he's saying less.
We will find out when he clarifies, assuming he does. Now, Luis D'Amato said, Adam versus Zeus was a letdown for me. Yeah, that was the one fight. That was the one fight where you had to fucking animate shit. Like, a lot. Well, actually, no. Well, actually, both rounds 2 and 3 had a lot of moving parts, so you should have really animated both of them. Round 3 got the longer end of the stick for that.
Which sucks, because I hated that fight.
You hated round 3 in the manga, or?
Yeah, well, not hate is a strong word, but we knew he was winning from the get-go. and it just felt like, okay, hurry up and get this the fuck over with.
Damn, you're so negative.
Not really.
It's my
I don't know.
favorite fight. I fucking love round 3.
Kojiro was kind of meh. I liked Poseidon being an asshole, but I mean, I knew he was gonna die.
Oh man, now we have different tastes. You and I have different tastes.
We sure do. Like, aside from the first round, we're 4-1, every single fighter that I have rooted for has lost.
That's amazing. Who are you rooting for now?
0.
Ah, I see.
And it's looking like he ain't gonna make it.
Well, I could have told you the OC was not going to win against the figurehead of one of Asia's biggest religions.
Yeah, but I fucking hate Buddha, so I was hoping. And
Why
also
do you hate
Zero,
Buddha?
I mean, do you want it to be here for like 3 hours? Because that's
All
how you
right,
get
we'll
your-
catch up with the chat and then talk about the anime, and then
Yeah.
then you can talk for 3 hours about why you hate Buddha for some reason.
I will say though, Zero's design, in my opinion, is one of the best that I've seen in the series so far.
True. This is a round of the good designs.
Yeah, but I don't know. He looks like a mixture of Kiryu from Kingen and like a Hollow from Bleach.
yeah.
And I'm all for
A
that.
lot of people said he looked like Ulquiorra.
I can see that.
King said 7 Deadly Sins lost all their money on the movie. Yeah, I heard that the movie flopped and then it got, like, shoved off to another studio who had, like, 4 months to finish season 3 or some shit. Yeah. Dylan says Meliodas versus Escanor looked like claymation. No, don't say that. Claymation can look good. Suneater Grom said, I nearly died when I forced myself to watch Berserk 2016. The clanging. The clang. The frying pan clang. Dylan said also Lubu versus Thor was pretty decent. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good. Lubu versus Thor is always is my least favorite fight, but like every time I go back to it, I realize I like it more than I thought I did. Lupus says the PowerPoint is definitely inexcusable from an animation point. It's just overplayed as if it's the only thing that exists in the show. Yes. Now, I don't completely downplay it. I'm not just like, oh, it's just like a short segment of an episode. For me, it's like, that is like the most dramatic, important part of Adam versus Zeus, and you totally shit the bed on it? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's like the climax of that fight.
Yeah, you fucked up the climax of the fight. And as we know, fucking up the ending is never a good thing. Leaves a sour taste in your mouth.
No, it wasn't even the ending, it was the climax.
Well, it is basically, like, the end of the fighting. Like, that's the last of the combat. It's the most fucking insane, dramatic part of the fight. Where you have a blind guy who's just gotten, like, the shit kicked out of him. He intentionally takes a supposed one-hit kill to the face in order to grab onto his opponent's hair, and then the two of them start fucking going blow for blow, knife's edge deathmatch, until everyone is left in a stunned silence, and the only sounds reverberating the arena are the groaning of flesh and bone. And you turned it into a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah. They ruined my favorite fight.
They did an adequate job of adapting my favorite fight. So. Daniel says the anime didn't do the manga any justice. It's downright trash to mid. As in, like, bottom trash to mid. Is it just me, or do a lot of people use mid as a synonym for trash? I feel like a lot of people don't understand words.
Well, to be fair, mid is kind of trash because it means it's mediocre.
Yeah, but
And
mediocre doesn't
honestly,
mean bad, it means average. If I said something was
I
bad,
would-
I would say it's bad.
I would argue something that's mediocre is bad. In a different way. Because, like, the room is so bad, it's like memorable and borderline iconic. So you at least got that going for you. But if something's mediocre, not only is it not good, but it's also just bland and forgettable.
I get what you mean, but I would rather watch something that's at least passable than something that just doesn't have redeeming qualities. Dylan says, PowerPoint makes me scared for Raiden versus Shiva Final Clash. I mean, ideally, depending on how successful this anime is, because for Netflix, I assume if it just gets a lot of views, they'll count it as being successful. They'll get more resources and more time to do a second season. Because there are still moments, there are little glimpses in the season that are, like, pretty well animated, so Graphique is not completely fucking devoid of talent. It seems like if you give them the means to do so, they could do a good adaptation. It's just a matter of, like, giving them the right circumstances to do so. I mean, shit. That aside, if we had, like, a more accomplished studio, a studio that has a much lengthier good track record, like Bones or Madhouse from 10 years ago, or UFO Table, that would have been something else.
It's pure fantasy, but could you imagine Ufotable fucking animating this show?
Oh.
God.
The guy who did the fan animation of Adam vs. Zeus needs to hurry the fuck up and finish doing that animation for Kojiro vs. Poseidon.
He needs to finish the, he's got like 10 or 20 seconds left on Adam vs. Zeus. He needs to finish that shit.
Yeah, finish it. Well, I mean, he says he finished it. He says he's not going to work anymore on it. I guess he just didn't want to do any more on it. Which, I mean, good on him. He basically adapted like 95% of the fight, so.
I know, but I don't know. It's like, Anyways, but so if you guys want to see what it actually, like, what Adam vs. Zeus could have been, look up a fucking fan animation.
I actually linked that in my episode 6 review. Hold on. Let me pull up the link right here, and I'll share it in the chat for you guys. Take a look at this. He's got a little memeing in there because he likes to play around a smidge, but it's very well animated overall. I think he uses audio from Skullgirls or something, because you can't get actual like Japanese-speaking professional VAs.
Voice actors, obviously, but
so I think he took lines from a bunch of other stuff.
But you know, actually, I kind of like it. I thought it fit most of it.
Yeah, I thought he picked good audio to take from other stuff. All right, let me catch up with the chat now. Lupus says the studio themselves are unhappy with a lot of that stuff, including the PowerPoint. They wish they had more time to do things. This is what happens a lot of the time. The people that do the work oftentimes are not given enough time or resources to do the fucking work. Olade says it's 5 out of 10 for me too. Luis Stamato says, not really, I just said I would like to see how they can handle. They can criticize all they want, don't put words in my mouth. Okay. Alright, I wasn't trying to be like... I wasn't criticizing you or something.
I was, because maybe it wasn't you in particular, but most people who say shit like that are basically saying shut up and don't criticize it. It was something I got a problem with. So maybe I just assumed.
Oh, maybe he was responding to you. That. I don't know.
Oh, he 100% was, because he's the guy that said, "I'd love to see these manga artists do the animation thing."
Okay.
Yeah.
Sonny DeGrom said, "Would you rather be forced to watch Berserk 2016 or Toriko?" I've heard they're both terrible. I mean, I've actually seen some of Berserk 2016. I haven't really seen anything from Toriko, because I've just heard it completely fucking butchers the manga in like every sense of the word, so I'm staying strong on that manga, which I haven't read in a few weeks because I've been reading Berserk.
What's Toriko about?
Toriko is a JoJo Fist of the North Star world where everything is based around food. And by food, I mean fighting big monsters to get ingredients for making food.
Oh shit, that sounds awesome.
It is awesome.
I'll need to read
It
that.
is awesome. That's right.
Hello,
Hey,
Griever.
hey, Griever.
Yeah.
All right, what trash opinions are you got down?
All right, hold on. I gotta
right
catch up on the chat, and then we'll get into our trash opinions. Bulgarian man, it's been a while. The anime isn't trash from what I've seen from YouTube because Netflix will never get my money. Good job. Good on you. Anime. Daniel says the anime's 6 out of 10 is too high, 3 out of 10 best. No, you're capping a little there.
Hey, I'll be
Udog
back
says
in
the
like
anime
15
was
minutes.
just to spit on the Adam fanboys. Jesus. Bernice says Graphanica engaged in a little amount of tomfoolery. That would be if it's intentional. Maybe they literally said they weren't happy with it. If they were like, yeah, we just fucked around with the Adam fans, that would have been different. Skin says, you know, Misc, you may not know, but in the Seven Deadly Sins community, Escanor versus Meliodas had a godly amount of hype. Yes, I have heard. I heard after the fact because I saw how terribly
It was the most hyped thing we had gotten when season 1 was released. So by season 3, you expect a certain level of quality for the greatest fight in the series. And we got that. So anybody who says Adam versus Zeus is Escanor versus Meliodas, I will literally, I don't want to talk to that person anymore.
Well, I don't think you like Chibi that much anyway, so.
No, I never did. So.
Some guy says this is my first stream. Well, welcome. We'll try to have some fun here. Daniel says the slideshow brings it down from 5 to 3 out of 10. Okay, the 20 minutes of slideshow doesn't bring it down that much. It brings it down probably a point, because it ruins, the climax of one of the fights, but it doesn't bring it down that far.
But before you get to the rest of the chat, Miss, can I just bring up the little bit of math that I
Oh
think
yeah, you did a little mathematics I saw in your review. You want to
Yeah. So let me tell everybody in the stream. Let me tell everybody in the chat. All right, I'm gonna ask you right now. If you go to your parents and you have a 99.9% on a math test, are they happy, or are they mad you didn't get the 0.1? Because I'm gonna tell you right now. You know what 21 seconds is the entire runtime. I timed it myself. 21 seconds is the entire runtime of the PowerPoint presentation. You want to know how many seconds there are in the Record of Ragnarok anime? 17,280. Now, if you divide 21 by 17,000, you know what you get? 0.1215%. Not even a full half a percentage of the entire anime is that slideshow. So you are telling me that you are going to judge, somebody just said in the chat, as Miss pointed out, 5 or 6 out of 10 to 3 out of 10. You're going to drop an entire rating based on less than half a percent of the entirety of the project. I hope to God you never start a business.
Nah, he didn't drop a whole point.
All.
He dropped a whole 2 points to a very low rating.
2 points. 2 points for 0.1215.
Now
That's
for me
percentage.
personally, because of the importance of the moment, if the rest of the anime was amazing and they still had that, it could be a 9, but it would never be a 10. If you butchered a moment like that in one of the fights, it couldn't be a 10. You would lose the whole point for me.
Absolutely, and you would. But at the end of the day, when you look at we love the manga, and we never credit the anime for the story and the characters, right? We always credit the manga.
Yeah.
So what do you credit an anime for? You credit it for the VAs, you credit it for the soundtrack, and you credit it for the animation. So at that point, it's still 2 out of 3. So we're still at 66%. You can't drop below a 6 out of 10 as far as I'm concerned. It's not possible because the VAs were perfect in Japanese and English, and the soundtrack was fucking baller. So even if you gave the animation a 0 out of 10, you still have 66% to deal with.
Which you reasonably can't give it a 0 out of 10, because even though there was, in my opinion, a serious overuse of still frames, you still had some moments of good animation. So.
That's right. That's why I can't go below a 7.
I would give it a 7.
Once in a while, I honestly sort of am leaning more towards an 8, to be honest. I really am, just because the more episodes I watch, the more like we were talking, Miss. Episode 8, other than that 21 seconds, which, as you said, is less than a percent of the entire show, that was one of the best animated
Episodes of the
episodes.
season. It was a good episode.
Yeah.
That was what made it hurt more for me, is because the rest of the episode was pretty good, and then for, like, the pivotal moment of the episode, they did that.
Which is why I said in my review, I said, okay, I can only knock off a point at most for that. And I said, even if you want to knock off 2, you're still not at 0, people. Like, stop telling me that a series is 0 based on less than a percentage when I can't even justify going below a 5 on an episode with a 21-second sequence that I didn't like.
Alright,
You know?
let's catch up on the chat now, as I say this for, like, the 5th time. Some guy said, okay, where was I? Bernice said, nah, bro, Record of Ragnarok for sure ain't a 3 out of 10. Oh, fuck no, it isn't. I would say, like, 7 out of 10, 6 at worst, if you want to get really cynical with it. Lupus says, the slideshow was actually implemented because Bernice wanted to spice things up in the community. Wow, how very daring of him. Quite a large degree of tomfoolery just to fuck around with the community.
Yeah.
Bernice says, round 3 enjoyers rise up. You know it, bitch. Listen. Round 3 is my favorite fight. It got the best adapted out of the 3. So, round 2 stands, kiss my ass. No, I'm just kidding. Sucks to be you guys. Some guy says, I think all fights should be animated fluidly as the show is based on fighting and it's a tournament. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the greatness we had hoped for, in my opinion. I wanted great before I saw the trailers. Then I saw the trailers and I was like, that's what we're getting. Cool.
We were always going to get a 6 to 7 out of 10 adaptation. We were never going to get a 10 out of 10 godly anime.
Oh, Balder will return in a few minutes. Good to know. That means I can go to the bathroom and get a water, and you guys can argue with each other in my stead. Tremendous!
Great.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, for a battle manga with a lot of fluid motion, you should have more animation. Udav said, Bernice says, can confirm, Lupus? I needed to replenish my copium supplies. Oh my god. You fiend.
Jesus.
You devil. Udav says, Chad round 3 enjoyers versus Virgin round 2 wankers. You know it.
That's mean.
Yes, it is. Luis Samano says, I'm not here to fight, lol. I actually agree with most of the criticisms. Good, because I agree with a fairly decent amount of the criticisms. I just think a lot of people are blowing this shit way out of proportion for clout.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's taking like one thing, like, oh, the opening isn't to my musical taste. It's not to yours either, Miss, from watching your reviews.
Yeah, like that was my
sort of
thing. I was like, I don't care much for the opening.
Exactly, but like people are like -1 whole point, 21 seconds of a PowerPoint, -2 whole points. You know, like people are sort of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, there's stills, -5 points. Like that's not the way it works.
You can make arguments for taking down a few points for all of those things in combination, but not like each individual thing. Skin says, even though it may be your favorite, Misc, round 3 is for sure the weakest fight in terms of hype, writing, and the actual fight. I disagree.
Round 5 called.
No, round 3.
Fucking...
Yeah, round 5.
Listen, at this point, I would say that when reading the manga, and I said this in my reviews, I appreciate round 1 more because of the anime, so everybody fuck off.
Yeah,
but I never liked round 1. I love round 1 now because of the anime. I reread that shit 3 times, and it wasn't until the anime that I got appreciation for Lubu and a deeper appreciation for Thor and their relationship. Round 5 to this day, still, not right now, round 5 is the weakest fight. So, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, Bernice says Zirafuku, more like 2007 DeviantArt. True. Luis
Yeah,
D'Amato
a little
says
bit.
Record of Ragnarok spent 70% of their budget on Heimdall. It's a weird how well animated Heimdall is.
That was weird. Yeah, I agree.
Not bad, but it seems like such a bizarre choice that you would dedicate like a lot of manpower to animating Heimdall really well, as opposed to like a bunch of the other stuff from the fights.
You know what it feels like? It almost feels like there were segments where they were like, okay, we're rushed or we're running out of money. You know, because certain segments
Apparently
of an episode,
they said the same as well, where they felt like they didn't get enough time for certain things. So I guess that's true.
but still better than Seven Deadly Sins being rushed, people.
Yeah. Dylan says Poseidon has a god tier design and fire outfit. Yes, Poseidon, in my opinion, is still one of the coolest looking characters.
He's just a dick.
He's a dick. Bulgarian Man says Heimdall's the top of the verse. It's either Heimdall or the Salt Frog that's top of the verse.
It's Hermes.
Oh, fucking shit. Oh, God. So the chat never fully loads for a while. Like, if you stay on something for a bit, it won't fully load until you scroll down, and then the size of all the messages in the chat, like, doubles, and I'm like, oh, God. Det says, I have not watched that trash, not gonna lie, actually enjoyed Jigen versus Naruto and Sasuke. I mean, it's well animated. That's it. I mean, I haven't read or watched Boruto, so I can't say, but I also don't care enough to read or watch Boruto.
Yeah, at this point, we could have watched an entire 12 episodes of Record Ragnarok as a PowerPoint presentation. It still would have been better than Boruto, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Udev says the rest of the 30% was spent on Adam's cake. Yeah, Adam had a fat ass for some reason. Yeah. Bulgarian says, I'm really worried about Jack the Ripper versus Heracles. It depends on what kind of setup they get for Season 2.
Look at the end of Episode 12. Everything was fire. Does anybody have a complaint about Episode 12? Speak now. No, because there wasn't.
Like, the final episode, I had some minor issues with it. Well, I don't know, minor.
But I just mean, what I was saying was the introduction.
Oh, yeah, that was fine.
Jack and Hercules. Like, everything was animated. Nothing looked bad. Yeah. So why are you worried?
Skin says the irony in Demon Slayer, a mediocre series getting godly animation, versus Record of Ragnarok, an S-tier series getting mediocre animation. I wouldn't say Demon Slayer is mediocre. Yeah. I'd say it's good, with several tiers of quality above good. But yeah.
Yeah.
Like Demon Slayer, I don't think Demon Slayer has bad art, but it's not amazing art. And then got a fucking amazing anime adaptation. Whereas
Which boosted its sales.
Yeah, tremendously. Whereas Record of Ragnarok has fucking amazing art, and you got mediocre animation.
Yeah. Agreed.
Daniel says,
Marsh, how you doing?
Hello. Daniel says Record of Ragnarok got the Kingdom treatment, great manga, and a trash adaptation. I don't think it's trash. Bernie says, SMH, this is the society we live in. Very true. Oh, Lupus describes Toriko as Fist of the Monster Hunter. Yep, you know what? That's probably the most accurate way to describe Toriko.
Sure.
Nice.
Luis D'Amato says, you want to see a proper Escanor versus Meliodas? Watch the Grand Cross mobile game version of it.
Yeah, I saw
that. Which
it's actually embarrassing how bitter it is in the actual anime.
I actually played the game since its inception, and yeah, it does do a better job.
Which is fucking shameful.
But the same people that would complain about Hermes CGI in Record of Ragnarok would probably complain that, oh my god, Escanor versus Meliodas is CGI in Grand Cross. So I just don't give a fuck anymore.
I'm going to catch up on the chat now before we get into an argument. Ghost Case says, the second season will be way better. I think either they're like, listen, Graphinica, we understand that you need some more time and resources to produce a better product. I understand that you have some issues with what you produced for this season. So we'll give you like another year. We'll increase the budget by 50%. We'll give you some more animators to work on it. That's one of the potential routes. The other route is, oh man, this really didn't get a great reception, and then they abandon the production team, and you get something infinitely worse for the second season.
But Misc, it did hit number 1. It's number 1 on Netflix.
It was number 1 in Japan. It's number 10 in the U.S. right now.
And it was number 1 in Canada yesterday.
Oh, nice.
So
Bernice says, I picked the SNV slideshow with good art over the absolutely atrocious deviant art flash animation some unfortunate anime get. I mean, like...
Yeah.
I'm going to address this later, actually. We will actually save some things for later, as opposed to doing them all now, even though we're already 45 minutes into the stream. Holy shit.
Listen.
Hold on, Balder, please. I need to catch up to the chat. It's been 45 minutes.
I have a specific comment for that comment. If you like a good slideshow, good art, read the fucking manga.
Yeah. Luis Tomato says, the soundtrack is very good for the anime, I'll admit. Yes, we got a good soundtrack. Skin says, yeah, but the problem with the argument is you're trying to say besides those few seconds of PowerPoint, the rest of the anime was God tier, but it was 5.78 out of 10 at best. I would not say the anime was God tier.
5.78.
Yeah, why would you get that specific? What the fuck is the point? What kind of calculations are you doing to get that specific with a score for a television?
Yeah.
Quit doing that. That's pretentious.
It is.
Yeah.
Dylan says, a really good bit of animation was when Lubu threw Thor's hammer back before slashing him. There were a few really good examples of animation from each fight. If I remember them specifically, we had some stuff with Thor's hammer during round 1. I don't remember which part exactly. I think it was after Mjolnir awoke and you got good animation. For round 2, actually, a decent amount of the stuff before the slideshow happened was actually pretty well animated. Like, True God's Right versus Eyes of the Lord, you got, like, actual good animation. It was kind of shocking.
Yeah.
And
the beginning of episode 8 was wonderful.
Which sucked, because then it's coupled with the worst you had the best and worst animation in the season in the same episode. What the hell?
Agreed.
How frustrating. How annoying. And then in the third round, it was either Poseidon dodging Tsubame Geishi. That was really smooth out of nowhere. I was so shocked by that. I was legitimately taken aback by how good that looked for a second. I wasn't sure if my eyes were deceiving me or something. And then I think there were a few other moments that looked pretty good in that fight. Sonny DeGrom asks, Misc, what would be the worst live action anime adaptation, Toriko or Record of Ragnarok?
Toriko.
Toriko?
Well, I mean, think about it, Misc. Could they really showcase that?
No, you know what? Toriko has more dumb anime bullshit in it, so it would just be god-awful for live action. Just terrible.
That's what I'm saying. At least you could have, like, Vin Diesel versus The Rock fucking in a gladiator arena and make it somewhat believable. You can't do that with Toriko.
Yeah, Toriko's not believable, so trying to make it live action is dumb as shit.
That's right.
Bernice says, destroying SNV anime haters with math and logic, not clickbait, gone racist. Oh boy, yeah. We're gonna get real clickbaity up in here. You know it.
Get real racist.
Yeah, we're gonna...
I'm sorry I used math. I'm really sorry.
Sonny, Lupus says, woo, yeah, Bernice, that's what I've been waiting for. Bernice is here. I think Bernice, yeah, Bernice's mic is broken. So that's why he can't join, unfortunately. But he'll be here providing entertainment in the chat where the rest of us and the VC fall short. Rat Pack says, when do you think the next season's releasing? At least 2 years if they do a second season. At least 2 years.
Yeah, 2023.
Nero says, round 1 enjoyers is me. Listen, there is a very small group. Oh my god, there's more messages. Misc reads the chat edition. There's a small group of people, very small people, who have round 1 as their favorite fight. I don't know why, but I know they exist. Such as that, like, there are people who have the most random shit in any series as their favorite something. And in that case, we have the round 1 stands. Sunny Gram asks, who's the most likely position to win, Nitoku or Liu? Going by Kengan rules, Liu is in prime position to get howevered at the start of next chapter, but who knows what'll happen. I think it's pretty 50-50, to be honest. But reconnection successful. Oh my god. What the fuck just happened there? I don't even have anything up open that I
It happens, Miss. It happens in my stream a couple times. You
right,
know that.
I remember that. That just scared the shit out of me.
It reconnects. It's
Technical
fine.
difficulty.
Yeah, don't worry, we're back. It says we've reconnected. We're good. We're back. We've returned to our regularly scheduled programming.
All I wanted to say about that comment was the fact that when you look at something and then you have an appreciation, like for example, some of the people I want to know what they've watched when they say that Record of Ragnarok anime is fucking 0 out of 10, it's trash. I'm like, well, what have you watched? Let me guess. Housing Ultimate, One Punch Man, Season 1, Demon Slayer. Is that all you watched? Then sit the fuck down.
Griever, I will have you list this off when I'm done catching up with the chat and I step away for a minute. I will ask you to list all the anime you've seen that are worse than this. I mean in terms of, like, production quality that are worse than this.
I got about 5 on the top of my head.
Alright, well, think about some more if you can, and we'll have you list them off after I finally catch up with the chat an hour into the stream.
Sure.
This means we have a good chat going. It's been a while since it's taken me this long to catch up. Dylan says, I got the frog out. Good job. You should join if you feel like it. Oh, hey, Band. What are you doing here?
Bro, he's been here like 20 minutes.
Well, I haven't checked Discord in like 20 minutes, so I didn't know he was back. Or here at all, actually.
I knew he was here. I just know that his mic never worked, so
Band,
I wasn't going to acknowledge him.
I can barely hear you, Band. You are so quiet.
Are you still sick? Did you get the coof?
No, I feel a lot better now.
Okay, that's good. Band, have you watched or read Record of Ragnarok?
I have read up to, is it okay to, like, talk about it? Like,
yeah, I mean, I review the manga on this channel,
okay.
so...
So basically, where I left off was, Buddha just said he would fight freaking enemy, and that's the last chapter I read.
Okay, so you're caught up enough to be here. And have you watched the anime or no?
I have not watched. I just saw, like, the clips on Twitter of people shitting on it, and that's kind of it.
Okay, Band, there is more. Believe it or not, there is more in the 12 episodes than the 20-minute segment. I mean, the 20-minute segment is fucking god-awful, abysmal, unforgivable. But there is more in the anime than just that. Listen, Twitter lowered my expectations so much that I found myself enjoying it more than I'd expected.
Listen. It was a mediocre anime at the best of times.
There you go. Lupus says the second half of the OP slaps hard. The first half just simply isn't my cup of tea, so I can't call it bad. It's grunge. Grunge isn't my thing. Yes, it's weird. The first half is just grunge, but then I remember, like, yesterday, I was just sitting around minding my own business, and then I remembered, like, this section of a rock song or whatever. I'm like, damn, that's really catchy. Where the fuck is it from? And then I went to watch another episode for the review, and I'm like, wait a second, that's part of the opening. I totally forgot. Yeah, so part of the opening is catchy. Part of it isn't.
Well, you gotta give us grunge, man.
It's just not his taste. It's not really my taste either. Just not my thing. But I respect those of you who like grunge. Dylan says Lubu and Thor are some of the better animated fighters. Also, Heimdall was the author's favorite non-fighter character. Well, he's like one of the most prominent non-fighter characters. He does something like every chapter, so...
Yeah, also, how could he not be your favorite non-fighter character? Like, the only one that can even give him competition is Brunhilde.
Bernice says, opening not to my taste, too many stills, 21 seconds of PowerPoint, not enough Bryn faces, Jiraiya VA didn't voice Kojiro. If we do the math, then SNV is a negative 17 out of 10. Hit enter, send tweet. Very accurate. Luis D'Amato says, I hope the animators take the constructive criticism and apply it for the next season. Jack versus Heracles is my favorite fight. It's one of my favorites, too. My second favorite. I don't know if most of what you would see on Twitter can be called constructive criticism. Or on, like, when you put in the title, "This is trash, garbage shit," I don't think that's particularly constructive. That's just criticism.
It can be constructive.
It can be constructive if... Anyway... Joshua says, not great, but people are way too critical. Yeah. Dylan says, this may be an unfavored opinion, but I loved Raiden versus Shiva, and I think it's the second best fight in Record of Ragnarok. If it was different in the manga... if it was a different manga, it would be godly. Well, yeah, because Record of Ragnarok has fucking amazing fights, so when you just have, like, a decent quality fight, it feels not very good by comparison.
I still hate the fact Shiva won, but other than that, and the fucking two-chapter backstory for Shiva, it was pretty okay.
Shiva had to win, though. Shiva had to win.
From a dramatic perspective, it only made sense, because if Raiden won, there would be no way that humanity would get a 2-point lead, especially not this early in the tournament.
That's right. It just wouldn't have made any sense.
It wouldn't have been a 2-point lead. It would have been a 1-point lead.
No, but like Raiden gets a 1-point lead, and then when you get to round 6...
it would have been a 3-point lead, actually.
Well, if you get to round 6, I mean, you're assuming Buddha's gonna win.
Oh, right. You mean I get what you're saying. You mean like having humanity win 3 matches in a row, and then you would have, like, in the total point score, you would have humanity having a 1-point lead. You would never have them win 4 rounds in a row.
No, that would take away all dramatic tension. It wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Well, by that logic, it would have taken away the tension from that, because you would know then that she was going to win.
No,
not necessarily, because there was still a question. Basically, it would determine... If Raiden won, then the gods would definitely win the next round. But if Shiva won, then it's still kind of up in the air, because the gods getting a 2-point lead is not abnormal. It would still have humanity being the underdog.
Listen, so far, the outcome of the matches in order has followed King and Omega. So, by that logic, fucking Buddha's gonna win.
Indeed. Joshua says, I will say this, I never read Record of Ragnarok before, and the anime turned me on to it, loving reading it now, so for me, it did its job. See, I've still seen some people that didn't read the manga, watched the anime, and were like, alright, I guess I'll go read the manga now. So it did its job, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
But it feels like a slap in the face to the people who are already invested.
I don't know, I got a new appreciation for Lubu versus Thor.
Like,
Luis D'Amato says, I like Demon Slayer, it got repetitive, and I think the author realized that, which is why she ended it. Nah, it seemed like she was kind of going to be moving towards ending it anyway. But then you could argue really about the ending being rushed.
Just really quick, I did find that one thing about Demon Slayer, not that it's the most greatest thing of all time, but it did feel like they find these demons, they're evil, but then they have a tragic backstory. He saves them and he kills them, and then it rinse and repeat. It seemed to be the method for every arc until the end.
Didn't get that in Swordsmith Village, though.
I mean, yeah, okay, so one breakup, but for the most part, like the Spider Family, and then Akayaza, and then the fucking, the Moon Slayer, or whatever. Like, it was all the same. It was all rinse and repeat. We're all evil, but we have a tragic reason as to why we're evil.
Except Doma. Doma's just a sociopath.
Sure.
Lupus says, drop the basically, Bernice. All S and V fights as of yet would be top tier in another series. Perhaps. Bernice says, very true, very true. Oh, Shadow King's here. Hello, Misc, joining a bit late. But just my take here, Netflix has amazing original series, but their adaptations haven't been the best lately, but the soundtracks have been fire. Bernice says, I mean, Lubu does solo after all. I understand the round 1 in China.
I'm gonna be honest here, this is a bit of a hot take, but most of the original shit Netflix comes up with is garbage.
I mean, Castlevania's good.
Castlevania, 7 Deadly Sins, Season 1.
Don't say it. Don't you fucking say it. Balder.
Have you seen the recent season?
Yeah, I like the recent seasons. Better than
God
season
is
3.
gonna have sex again.
Fuck yeah.
Bro,
That was a
okay.
hilarious line. You're too much of
Anyway.
a stick in the mud, Balder, and this is coming from me.
Oh, fuck. I mean, like, listen. Devilman Crybaby from, like, 3 years ago was pretty solid. That's only, especially in terms of anime, that I can remember that they had good on. Oh, and Dark Crystal. Okay, so that's 2.
Seven
Alright,
Deadly
I'm
Sins
caught up
season
enough.
1.
Griever, you want to list off all the anime you have in mind that are worse than the Record of Ragnarok anime for the chat while I take like a 2-minute break?
You better not say
Sure.
Attack on Titan.
Sure.
No, I mean, okay,
Sure.
I have to specify, Griever,
No.
in terms of pure production value, like fucking terrible animation.
Absolutely. Not due to anything else. So, since Misc is away, ladies and gentlemen, I will take over as your host for all of 1 minute and 30 seconds. So, first on the doctrine is clearly Toriko. The Toriko anime was one of the worst adaptations of all time. Not necessarily just based in animation quality, but overall. Because when you create an anime, ladies and gentlemen, forget what the Record of Ragnarok naysayers will tell you that animation is everything for an anime. There are 2 other key components that make an anime different from a manga, and that is soundtrack and voice acting. And the thing is, Toriko failed on all 3 fronts. The animation was mediocre at best. The soundtrack was abysmal, and the voice acting, don't even get me started. It was one of the worst adaptations of all time. Then we move on to the Berserk 2016. I don't think I need to say anything beyond Berserk 2016. Next, we move on to Seven Deadly Sins, which the reason that this hits even harder than Record of Ragnarok is that we knew that a third party, real fans of Record of Ragnarok would have known that a third party manga that didn't even have 50 chapters under its belt, not even an official English translation, was not going to exactly get God tier animation. Our expectations for as real fans were in the mediocre 7 and bracket, and that's what we got. For Seven Deadly Sins, however, Netflix surprised us with collaborating with A1 Pictures and giving us one of the most beautiful anime seasons I've watched in recent years. Season 1 was absolutely incredible. And then to see the abysmal that is season 3 and 4, which is worse animation. Anybody who says that Escanor versus Meliodas is worse, I'm going to tell you right now, I can take a still shot frame by frame, 24 frames per second of every single scene in every episode of Record of Ragnarok. It's better than anything Escanor versus Meliodas can produce. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. You might complain about stills in Record of Ragnarok, but at least they fucking look good. I take a screenshot of Seven Deadly Sins, I can't even find a decent thumbnail. And that's from the guy who reviewed, by the way, season 2, season 3, and season 4, episode by episode by episode. They're all on my channel, and I'm telling you right now, I struggle to find a decent goddamn thumbnail. As with Record of Ragnarok, I was wondering which one to pick. Now we move on to another one that people are going to be surprised when we say this one, and it's not necessarily animation quality, but it's the lack thereof, knowing that once again, we like to complain that, oh, well, it's a third party, as I just complained, a third party, yada, yada, yada. Dragon Ball Super, first couple of seasons, goddamn well abysmal. I mean, when you go from a 90s, and I grew up with Dragon Ball Z, when you go from Cell Saga, Buu Saga level, hand-drawn animation, which, by the way, I don't agree with what the industry has done. I think hand-drawn is still the way to go. 90s Disney, 90s anime, it looks much cleaner than anything produced these days. But that being said, Dragon Ball Super was terrible. GT looked better, for God's sakes. What were they doing? The character proportions, everything was off. The eyes didn't look good. Some of the screenshots, Beerus's eyes were twice the size on one side than the rest of him. Goku looked like he was in Super Saiyan 3 while he was in Super Saiyan. It just looked wrong. Everything looked wrong about the characters. And how do you take a fan favorite, one of the top 5 mangas and animes of all time, and actually give them that level of quality? It's ridiculous. And that just goes to show you, once again, if Dragon Ball Super is any indication, even some of the biggest names in the industry can still have a shitty animation studio, or not just a shitty animation studio, but bad time and budget. So,
Which one are
maybe
you on, number
Ragnarok?
2 or 3?
Number 5.
Oh, what did you have after Toriko and before Dragon Ball Super?
I had Berserk 2016, and I had Seven Deadly Sins Season 3 and 4.
Nice.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it was not a 7 out of 10. It was a 4 out of 10.
Ooh. Christ. All right.
What was?
The record.
You said record Ragnarok anime.
So what would those other ones
we were
be?
expecting 7
that
out
you've
of 10
seen?
and we got it. It was a 4 out of 10.
Nah, I'd say that was like a 7.
Here's the problem with everybody who ranks, because nobody knows how a ranking system works. Nobody seems to know that.
Bro, you're not
when
about
you
to
do
pull that fucking
when you
card.
do an out of 10 series, right? When you do out of 10 and you go to school, when you go in 3rd grade, you have a test. 5 out of 10 is an E, not an F, right? 6 out of 10 is a D. 7 out of 10 is a C, and etc. etc. A plus, perfect 10 out of 10.
Okay, but we're not in
So
fucking school, are
my point is that a 10 out of 10, by saying anything below a 5, you mean that this thing is a failure. It failed on all fronts.
Because
By going below a 5, 5 is an average. 5 is your mean.
Listen.
No,
I
you
have
listen,
7
Bob.
as
No, you
average.
listen,
This is the way a
You
ranking
listen, you
system works.
fucking listen here. If
No,
you're gonna
you
do
listen.
that,
This
you
is
might
the
as well
way
not
it
have
works.
anything below a 4.
No, that's not true, because Seven Deadly Sins, the Toriko anime, is an easy 2 out of 10. It failed on all fronts.
Well,
It
in
does-
that case, I haven't seen it, but from what you're describing, it sounds like a 0. I'm
Reaver,
giving it a
apparently you
4.
had some audio issues earlier. I have no idea if that had something to do with whatever I was doing or not. But, well.
Potentially. Oh, well.
Oh well.
It happens.
If anyone would
Listen,
like to make
listen.
bets on who's going to win in this upcoming fight, Griever versus Balder, you're welcome to place them in the super chats.
Bro, I've
Oh,
argued with
that's a
statues.
great idea.
I was like fucking captain of the debate team. I will win this goddamn fight.
You
Either
do
you will
know
use
that-
like very, very intelligent debate tactics, or Griever will just fucking bulldoze. Like he'll just keep smashing his head.
So
There is
listen
that
here.
too.
Listen here. I'm giving it a
No,
4
wait,
out of 10
wait. I thought
because
this,
it
wait,
wasn't
wait,
a complete shit
Balder,
show.
Misc is back though. He's supposed to catch
Yeah,
up on
but
the
you
chat.
you
and
got
then-
to fucking talk.
Because I asked Griever
Yeah,
to
but that
list
was
off
my
anime
job.
worse than this.
I was the host. That's my job.
I specifically asked Griever, list off anime you've seen that have worse production quality.
Okay,
than this.
you know what, Misc? It's 10:09. Let him talk for 3 minutes. Go. No interruptions by anybody.
Balder talk
Go.
for like 3
Nah,
minutes.
fuck it. You've ruined the mood.
This is my stream, motherfucker.
I
I can
gave
do whatever I
I
want.
gave you a 3-minute window. I gave you a 3-minute window. It's not even my stream. Now you're bitching about it. Fuck off. All right, Misc, go back to
Yeah,
your
go
stream.
back to
Bob
reading.
says it seems
Yeah.
to have done with what I did. Okay, I like fucking left my room and could still hear my computer audio, so I'm like, alright, I gotta turn that down a little bit. And then I guess maybe that was why you guys couldn't hear Griever. I didn't know that would lower the volume on OBS because I didn't lower the volume on Discord. Oh well. There are at least 5 anime, according to Griever, that are worse than this. I assume you have more.
Actually, I only found about 7 that I would consider actually worse. But, I mean, I've watched a lot of shit, man. I mean, can't just, like, I try to block out the bad ones, you know what I'm saying?
That's fair. I can imagine you would do that. Bob says Griever might leave before Balder admits if he's if he's stubborn enough.
Listen, if he does that, I win.
That's true. If you walk out of the debate, your opponent immediately wins. There are a few ways to tell immediately if you've won a debate. The first is if the other person just leaves. The other is if they say something along the lines of, "Fuck you, you stupid piece of shit."
Oh, you mean like how Tokyo tries to win every debate with me, and then I have to go actually work because I have a day job.
Now,
That's right, yeah,
sometimes when you have a debate with someone and they are just like so unfathomably stupid, you're like, all right, this is a waste of time. I'm leaving. That's understandable. You know, arguing with flat
Yeah.
earthers or whatever. But when you're having like an actual intelligent debate with someone and it's clear that the other person's like made a good point and your only response is you are a dumb shithead, you've lost.
Yeah, the one thing I will do, like, Balder and I can debate every fucking, for the next 4 hours. I don't care, but the point of the matter is, once you start name-calling, then it's not a debate anymore. The moment you start insulting the other person, and I don't believe I've ever insulted Balder, and I don't think Balder's ever insulted me on a personal level. The moment you start doing the name-calling and shit, now you're just being a bad sport. You know, whether you win or lose is irrelevant, but it's bad. It's not respectful. It's bad sportsmanship.
You know what? I always get freaked out when people that I've never really seen be active on the server suddenly are like, "Hey, do you mind if I join the stream?" Because I have no idea what they're going to do.
I wouldn't.
I do that all the time.
No, I don't
It's
need.
fun,
Listen,
Miss.
when Solo joined for the anniversary stream, I was like so fucking nervous the whole time he was on there because I had no idea if, like, without warning, he was gonna say some really weird shit.
Oh yeah.
I thought you knew. Yeah, but you knew about Solo from my channel, didn't you?
Solo
Didn't you know what he was like?
only like kind of commented in some of your chat sometimes. Then he came onto this server, never shut up about God of High School, and then one time joined a VC and was like, "Oh yeah, I don't really talk in VC that often," and then immediately made it clear why that is.
God, everyone
Yeah,
fucking
that's
left
true, too. That's
immediately. I've never seen a fucking chat empty out so quickly.
Bulgarian man, you says you don't want to debate with Bulgarians. The stubbornness is on a whole nother level.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah, it is. I've known a Bulgarian woman.
Dylan says, how does one join the VC? Because I've never joined it before. Wait, Dylan, are you the Dill boy in the chat? I have to give you the podcast role and you can join. Just confirm you are that person. And we'll be good.
Right.
Don't say any stupid shit or I'll fucking ban you. And by stupid shit, I mean like fucking, I don't know, saying anything that would get me demonetized.
Miss, did you see that Skin actually just said that he thinks that rethinking it 5.5
Yeah, I
out of 10,
redid my calculations. It's actually a 5.5. What are your calculations? If it's awkward, if you just have like normal shit to talk about, here, I'll give you the roll. Just like don't say anything dumb. Don't talk
Alright,
about
here's the deal.
or anything.
Here's the deal.
Or
You don't
cringy.
say anything derogatory. You don't say anything. You don't hate on anybody. You don't do name calling. You don't do any of that shit. Anything that you couldn't say on CNN. Well, wait a minute.
If
Anything
you
you
can't
can
say
say
it
in
on
front of your
any kind
mother.
of television without, being blurred out. Wait, no, there are plenty of shit we say that gets blurred out. Don't do
There we go.
anything that would get you like kicked out of any kind of high-profile job. Holy shit,
If
we
you
get
have
20
heard
viewers or
us
something?
say it, it's okay.
There you go,
But
Dylan.
If we've said it, it's okay.
If I
Hey,
say it,
as
it's
long
okay. So
Just
go
don't-
based on
just
my
don't.
model.
Just don't make a comment like, "Oh, I'm a sociopath, but I still have my morals."
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. We've had such weird people on the server in the past.
Oh,
Like-
even Ben for the first time in this whole stream goes, "Oh boy."
No, I just remember that when I'm, you know what?
No, you can join. You can join.
I know what.
I'm gonna be honest, I forgot you were here.
Yeah, I did as well a
No.
little bit.
I've just been.
The difference is I have Band's volume up till 200%, so I can actually fucking hear them.
Yeah, I think I have Band up at that as well. Band, you either go from being almost inaudible to very loud without warning. But like 90% of the time, you're barely audible.
I don't know what to tell you.
Hey,
That's
Dylan, what's
because-
up? How are you? Are
Good.
you in a
Oh,
rainstorm?
You got.
Do I sound horrible?
Yes.
It sounds
Yeah.
like a horror movie radio.
Yeah.
Are you sure you got that frog out of your throat? It sounds like it may still be in there.
I think I know the issue immediately. Give me a second.
Oh wait, you sound better now.
Oh,
It's just your
okay.
mic quality is terrible. I think you need to
but
plug something in.
he's gonna fix it. He's gonna reduce. Because sometimes when people don't talk on VC, you gotta adjust some
Yeah,
shit. Like
until you do, you never really know what kind of mic quality.
Well, as you know, man, it's like every single time when I do a stream, I have to readjust the audio versus when I'm on stream with you, and when I do a stream, I have to readjust my audio every time, because otherwise it sounds like Grady or it sounds like robotic.
Yeah, I have no idea how the audio on here sounds right now. How does the audio sound, people in the chat?
Yeah.
Am I better?
Oh, much better, yes.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
How are you?
My headphones were dying. That was the issue.
Ah.
Welcome, Dylan. How are you?
Good.
A new hand touches the beacon. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well myself from a
So,
sore throat.
what do you have to say in
About
regards to
Record of
the stream
Ragnarok.
topic? Yes.
I feel like a lot of the fights are underrated there. Just like a basic thing, like everyone sees Adam versus Zeus, and they go, "Oh, that's a great fight. Let's check out the anime." Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh no. So they kind of, they look at the manga and go, it might not be that good. Might not be real good if they're using manga panels for it.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What? Now you can't hear me, Bob? God damn it. Let me check. What does my audio look like on... Oh, what the fuck is going on with my... Wait, no, that's my mic audio. Let me turn up desktop audio a little. Audio's good? Okay. I mean, sometimes I whisper a little. Intentionally. So what is your overall opinion on this anime, Dylan?
It's not the worst one I've seen. It's not the best, but definitely not the worst. I've seen a many fine bad one in my time.
Hear me?
Hello, Ben.
Yeah,
You're
we
much
can hear
louder.
you, Ben.
Ben's back. Wonderful.
Oh.
Yay!
Apparently
so
people got into the manga from the anime, which is a relief. I mean, if at least a few people did, then I guess it did what I wanted it to. It was kind of funny. I got like a few comments. I got a few comments from people on some of my reviews where they were like, "Man, the anime is terrible. Read the manga." And I'm like, "Please tell me you're joking. Please tell me you're joking."
Yeah.
They
Actually,
don't know.
I just want to ask. I just want to ask Dylan, how did you first get into it? Did you read the manga then watch the anime and that sort of same thing?
Fun fact about how I got into manga. I originally was into King Ganasha, yeah? So, I looked at my friend and he goes, "You want to hear an not anime recommendation, but you get the idea. Manga recommendation." And he goes, "You should read something called Record of Ragnarok." I'm like, that sounds neat. And I've been stuck in this jail ever since.
The way I got into it was about almost 2 years ago now. Holy fuck. I was minding my own business, going around on YouTube on my phone, as I do. And in my recommended videos is this like 56-minute long thing with these anime characters in the thumbnail called Adam versus Zeus. And I'm like, well, that sounds bizarre and kind of interesting. So I think I put it in my watch later or something. It was one of those things where I didn't watch it initially and then it showed up like 10 more times in my recommended feed over and over again. So I'm like, fuck, I guess I'll watch it. So then I did, and I was like, holy shit, this is so fucking good. So thanks to Amias D for getting me into Record of Ragnarok, that's why the channel exists now. Because I wanted to talk about Record of Ragnarok. It all comes full circle.
It's funny.
I
because
was hoping he was going to say it was one of my videos.
Well, I had wanted to do videos talking about it, and then I saw your videos talking about the fights, and I'm like, hey, that's generally what I would like to do for videos.
Yeah. That is true. You did tell me that, yeah.
It's funny that Amias D guy got me into both Record of Ragnarok and Kengan.
Yeah, he got me into Kengan too. Did he get you with the Kuroki versus Agito fight video? Or
oh, hell yeah. Yeah, that
I think you released that on like Christmas or something. It was so good. And I'm like, shit. And then I think I kept getting recommended other MMVs from other people. So then I eventually read the manga.
That was actually the second one I watched. The first one I watched was the Cosmo versus Akoya one.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a good one.
That
And
is a
that-
good
that's-
one.
That's why Cosmo has a special place in my heart, because he was like the first King and the Fighter I saw win.
Now, you see, the Adam vs. Zeus video, before it got taken down originally, got like 3 million views. So I'm going to assume that a big factor in a lot of people loving the fight as much as they do is because it's how a lot of people got into the series.
Yeah.
Which I actually got into the series because of the guy who translated it, Misc, you know him, because of it.
Oh, yeah, okay, so Vib actually directly introduced you to it?
Yeah, Vib was the one, he showed me it chapter 3, when chapter 3 was first out or something. It was before, it was in the middle of Thor versus Lubu when I first got introduced to the series. I was only a chapter or 2 behind. And I think it was either Vib or, I think it was Vib. Because Vib was working or he helped with one chapter and he goes, hey, Griever, you'll like this. And so so I was reading it in my own time, and then I realized that, yeah, maybe I should. But I thought it was like, I didn't consider it as a video making or reviewing series. I thought it would last as long as all my other favorite series, like Mary Grave, it only lasted 47 chapters. W Change lasted 28 chapters. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't feel like making videos about it because I knew that it was not going to last. And then all of a sudden it gained so much popularity, probably because of the video you're talking about. And but I was already into it before Adam versus Zeus. So.
Yeah, so you're from way back when. There are a few. I think Ragnarok was one of those series where some like fan translation group just found it and they were like, holy shit, this is fantastic, and they caught up on it because there were already a bunch of chapters out. Oh, no, wait. I remember the backstory is I think like some dude on 4chan or something was like, hey, check out this fucking cool manga that no one's translating. I translated the first chapter myself, which is why it has a bunch of weird translations. So then this one random guy that I don't think has been ever found again translated the first chapter so that it would get out there and some people would be introduced to the concept and some of the characters. And then at some point, I think at the time, Valhalla Scans picked it up and they translated up until like Heracles' backstory. I don't know when they had to catch up to. I don't know how many chapters were out when they started translating, but I think they started off by doing like a chapter every week until they caught up. I think it was somewhere in Kojiro versus Persona.
I remember it as a weekly release during the time of Adam versus Zeus. Okay. And all of a sudden it was not a weekly release anymore.
Yeah.
So I think that was, as you were saying, like a catch-up sort of thing that they were doing.
That's what happened with Kengan Ashura too, is that like almost all of Kengan Ashura was out when Hokuto no Gun started translating it, so they released a translation like every day until they caught up.
Oh yeah, I do.
Oh, by the way,
I do know that they picked it up during the I do believe the Agito versus Galong fight.
So they picked it up in the second round. Cool.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say right now is that everybody else other than Band has said how they got into Record of Ragnarok, so I think it's only fair that Band actually says how he first.
Yeah, was it through me or through someone else? Such as yourself. Band, are you talking right now?
No, he's not.
Band!
The
mic is broken again. Bando.
He's being consumed by the void once more. No.
Band has returned to the space between spaces, unfortunately.
I tried to give him his moment to shine, and then he shuns me once again. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad being a godfather of all these children.
Oh, right. This has been so much fun, I almost don't want to get into the main topic for this stream, because I know it's going to be less fun when we do.
What's the main topic?
Discussing the Record of Ragnarok anime.
Hey, I'm gonna dip for a bit. I'll see you.
Okay.
He just didn't want to fight me.
Yeah. Oh wait, we actually have information from Lupus.
Oh, cool.
Lupus says, man, all the chapters up to halfway through round 3 were the good days. Didn't have to wait a month for each chapter. I don't actually remember how... Oh, wait, that was Bernice saying I don't remember how I got into Shumatsu no Valkyrie, just that it wasn't because of YouTube. Lupus says, one random guy that went by Sonic. Okay, so some dude called Sonic translated it. Bernice says, bi-weekly releases hurt more than monthly releases? Why? You literally have to wait less time between chapters.
I think they're thinking chapter length, which, as we know, it has zero bearing. So, because I mean, how many times, guys, have you seen a monthly release? Like, because I follow multiple monthlies. I do One Punch Man, I do Yona, I do Record of Ragnarok.
One Punch Man is technically bi-weekly. Like,
Technically,
ideally
but
it's
all of a
bi-weekly,
sudden,
but sometimes they just take a month or two to do a new chapter.
But sometimes you get 23-page chapter, and other times you get a 48. How the fuck does that work?
Yeah.
You know? And Record of Ragnarok's no different. Neither is Yona. Sometimes you get a 30-page chapter. Other times you get a 60-page chapter. It's like... So, I would prefer... Like, I think that's what they're complaining about. I could be wrong, but, like, I would prefer consistency. If you're going to release a 55-page chapter every month, then fine. 55 pages every month. Don't do a bi-weekly, and some weeks give me 10 pages and other weeks give me 40. You know?
Skin asks...
Because that...
Oh, wait. Finish what you were saying?
No, that was it.
Oh, okay. Skin asks, Misc, did you like/enjoy the anime? There were some things I liked. There were some things I didn't like. There were some things that I thought could be better. But overall, I would say I enjoyed watching it. And then he asks, can you react to the Chainsaw Man trailer live when it drops in a week or two? If I try and do a live reaction, we're going to get the same fucking thing that happened the last time. I will do a video talking about it, though. Because I haven't... There's been no reason for me to do a Chainsaw Man video in like 6 months. It's been a fucking while, so it'll be time for me to do another Chainsaw Man video again. Lupus says, Shumatsu's actually very consistent in its chapters. 40 chapters at the minimum. The times you get a 30... Oh, wait. I think he meant 40 pages at the minimum. The times you get a 30-page chapter release is when it's a double chapter release.
Yeah,
There
absolutely.
we go. He corrected himself.
That's not what I was saying. What I was saying is that the inconsistency of bi-weekly to monthly to back and forth is that I've followed a bunch of monthly and bi-weekly, and sometimes the page number gets a little screwed up when they start flip-flopping between bi-weekly and monthly, and I'm just glad that Record of Ragnarok is monthly, because Record of Ragnarok is consistent. It's always at least 47 pages plus. It's never like Misc, have we ever read a chapter that was only 22 pages of Record of Ragnarok?
Nah, I don't think so. And whenever it was anything even remotely close to that was when we got 2 chapters. So it was basically just one big chapter split into 2.
That's right. So what I'm saying is that One Punch Man and Akatsuki no Yona have both done that. They flip-flop between being monthly and bi-weekly, and the problem with that is that you get a lot less story because their pacing is slower, because when you're a monthly series and you release 50 pages, you can sort of broaden and slow pace your chapter, and it doesn't, unlike a weekly series, it's only 18 pages, and you need to rush the story,
Yeah.
so... Yeah.
Skin says if Chainsaw Man gets that JJK and Demon Slayer treatment, then it will blow up bigger than JJK. Yeah, Chainsaw Man's done fucking amazing for a series that doesn't even have an anime yet. So, assuming the anime is not terrible, it'll do fucking amazing in sales. Skin asks, Misc, how would you rank Record of Ragnarok, Chainsaw Man, JJK, and Hell's Paradise? Okay, so... Well, you guys know Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, and Record of Ragnarok are 3 of my favorite series, so I would just kind of have them on the same tier, and Hell's Paradise is maybe an intermediary into that tier. I don't know. I know Hell's Paradise is fantastic. I know it's a fucking solid 9 out of 10 at least, so it would be close, maybe just beneath those 3.
Caden says sup, by the way.
Oh, hello,
Sup, Caden?
Okay, whatever.
I rank Ragnarok above all of them, but...
Yeah. I know you do.
And I would like to say, because I turned around the Hell's Paradise thing, as someone who's read the whole thing from start to finish, one sitting, it is a solid 9 out of 10. Like you said, it's very good.
Yeah, Hell's Paradise
does
is
have
fantastic.
awe.
It is weird
It does
how a
have
bunch of Fujimoto's assistants go off and make their own manga, and they're all really good. That guy
weird.
seems to have some kind of magic touch.
He's got the cheese touch,
Yeah,
but reversed.
that's weird. That's weird as shit. So, that, how about that Record of Ragnarok anime, everybody? You know, that thing that we were here to talk about? I will give a brief summary of my feelings on it, as I have done over the course of the previous 11 videos I did talking about the anime, which, not many people watched most of them. Yeah, so, I wouldn't say I'm disappointed, because I saw the trailers, and I was like, alright, I have a general idea of what kind of quality we're getting. So then when we got that quality, I wasn't surprised in the slightest. What actually ended up happening was the day of release. Oh god. The Discord. The Twitters. The anime and manga YouTubers. You know, all the guys, all the people were like, this is fucking dog shit. This is the worst anime adaptation I've ever seen in my fucking life. Holy shit. And I'm like, damn. Well, I better prepare myself. And then I got a few other people saying it's not that bad. So I watched it, and I was, like, pleasantly surprised, because I was under the impression that I was gonna want to gouge my fucking eyes out through the entirety of watching it. There are some weak points, and there are some very low lows, but I would say overall it's pretty decent. It's an okay anime. It's nothing amazing, but it's pretty decent. It's okay. It's entertaining enough. I enjoyed watching it. It's a 7 out of 10. I go more based on a school grade ranking system, and that a 7 out of 10, a 70%, is mediocre. It's average. It's not as good as you'd want to be. There's a big gap between getting a 70 and getting a 90. But at the same time, it could be worse. You could get a D, you could get an F. It's in, like, the middle ground. There were parts that I thought were really good, and there were parts that were not very good at all. But overall, I think it's an okay anime, and that people who are saying this is the worst thing in the history of mankind are either... There are a few. There are people that had way too high of expectations. There are people that have not seen that much anime. There are people who are being very hyperbolic, and there are people who are totally full of shit and clout chasing. So here I am with the unpopular opinion that it's really not that bad. Or at least the unpopular opinion among content creators. Most content creators seem to really fucking hate it.
You know, Misc, actually, I brought up something from the latest My Hero Academia chapter. Have you read it yet?
I haven't read it, but I generally know what happens. Well, what in
Okay,
the My Hero chapter? Like, I've seen it. From what I've seen, it seems like a fucking fantastic chapter.
It's a very good chapter, but what's relevant is that one of the heroes, I forget his name because I'm not
Was
a huge...
it Death Arms?
Sure. And he said basically 10 fans can't out-yell one heckler.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel that the Record of Ragnarok community is right now. There are way more of us that go, it's okay, it's average, it's 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, but we're not launching on our keyboards on Reddit and Twitter and Discord yelling how decent it is. But
I
you
feel
know
like
who
I
is?
almost have to, just because of like all of the dumb fuck takes I've seen about it.
That has actually made me, when I do my reviews, that has made me actually want to rate episodes higher, just because the negativity I feel is so unjust that I'm just like, you know what? I would give this a 5. You fuckers just made me want to give it a 7. Just to piss you off because you're so fucking stupid. You know, like, that's how I feel sometimes. Like, I haven't done that yet, but I'm borderline. That episode 3 review, I was borderline. I said, this is 10 out of 10. It's not a 10 out of 10 episode.
You told me and whichever other moderators were there, that if people came in talking shit about the anime, we should delete their comments, and if you see 3, you're not gonna do any more Tokyo Ghoul streams.
Oh yeah, I did. I was pissed. I had no time. I mean, 2 days after we get an anime adaptation of a third-party manga. Remember, guys, this is not produced by Shueisha. This is not Akira Toriyama or any of those guys building this series.
It's doing very well in Oricon sales, but it's not produced or published by anyone super famous.
Right, exactly. It's an unknown in third party, not produced in the West up until this adaptation, might I add.
Yeah, they announced their release the same day the anime came out.
Exactly. Half the known world didn't even have an official release. And then you got the balls. You have the fucking balls to tell me, oh, it's not as good as fucking Attack on Titan or Demon Slayer. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I don't know who the fuck would have watched the trailers and thought we would have gotten Attack on Titan or Demon Slayer content. It came third-party manga, and it came from a studio that hasn't produced anything noteworthy in 10 years.
You know what the problem is, Misc? Is that, like, I grew up in the 90s with both anime and cartoons. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you right now, some of the greatest cartoons of all time, which is, like, the 90s Spider-Man and Batman animated series. Yeah. You know how many stills and reused fucking shots they use? There are 5 seasons of Spider-Man in the 90s. They reused the same 13 web-slinging shots through the same buildings. Every season. They never made a new one. And you know what? Nobody gave a shit. Because why?
Why did you need more?
It was a good voice acting. It was a great adaptation. It was great. We don't need to see Spider-Man web slinging through new buildings to know that he's traveling.
Right,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's sort of like when you watch the
travel animation. You don't need to make one for every time he does it.
That's right. Like, how many times did you watch, like, a cartoon? Like, I'm talking, like, not necessarily Barney and Friends or whatever, but, like old, like, 4 and 5-year-old things. They're always wearing the same fucking clothes. Like, they always have the same red shirt and blue jeans on every episode. You're like, did they never buy any other clothes for the character? It's like, no, because nobody gave a shit about that shit. It's a children's show or whatever, right? It's the same idea here in the sense that, like, you have to take certain liberties with certain things, and I think there's a lack of appreciation nowadays. There's a certain level of entitlement that anime fans feel in the West, because it's all from the West. You know, because as you said, it's #1 in Japan right now. It's all from the West. But it's like, guys, you should be lucky that it's even here in the West. 10 years ago, it wouldn't have happened. You wouldn't even know it existed. You know, like, so maybe it's because I'm old and I grew up with that shit, but I remember I was the one reading the weird backwards comics. Nobody knew what manga was. Nobody knew what anime was. And when it came over here, it was abysmal dubs. Corrections for Western culture, no Japanese culture, you know, and stuff like that. And nowadays we're finally getting some real Netflix cares. The West cares. I'm just so happy to get adaptations of things that I actually enjoy and I like. You know, so maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's why I give it like a +1 while others give it a minus. But I feel like all this shit is coming from Western audiences who didn't have to grow up in the 90s with a bunch of the same shit that Record of Ragnarok was. It's not perfect, but neither was Spider-Man, Batman, X-Men, or Beast Wars, or any of the Transformers, or any of the other shows we watched as kids, and we love them to death. So
I feel like an argument I've heard or could hear in response to that, and have heard in a not related manner, is that the anime feels kind of outdated. Like, it feels like something that would have come out at least 10 years ago.
Not with that art style.
Okay.
Not with the detail to the stills.
Okay.
Because like you and I are saying, can we all agree right now that there is way too many stills in this anime?
Oh, fucking betcha. If I wanted to look at a bunch of still images with really well-drawn art, I'd read the manga. Oh, wait, I already do that.
Yeah.
Hey, if I
but
want pictures
can
of
you
cheeks, I would
watch and
read the manga. But hey, I can just watch the anime now. Just as good.
You think
Just
the anime
looking
is
at-
just as good as the manga, or at least the art is?
For still.
No, he was
Oh,
making
for
the
stills,
joke about
yeah.
watching. Yeah.
Nah, I still
Yeah,
prefer Ajachika's art style. Even if it
yes,
may not be as
but-
detailed at times, I still think the manga art style is much better.
Oh yes.
But as I said before, the difference is from all the which Misc, I know you weren't there for all of them, but for all the anime that I listed, and remember I reviewed 3 seasons of Seven Deadly Sins.
Hell yeah.
I can take a screenshot, the worst screenshot of all 12 episodes of Seven Deadly Sins. Try to find me one. I guarantee I can beat it. The
Oh,
Seven Deadly Sins, Toriko, Dragon Ball Super, I can beat it. I can make it look worse. Trust
I
me.
don't
There's not a single bad shot. I don't care how many, like at the end of the day, yeah, overuse of stills, overuse of the crowd reactions, overuse of this, overuse of that. Sure, absolutely. They should have animated the crowd more. They should have not stopped rehashing the same fucking 6 crowd reactions from the gods and the fucking humans every fucking 2 episodes. I agree completely. They get a whole -1 for that, but you can't minus more than 1 point. You drop it a point, but how many times are you going to minus a point for the same shit? You know, when you make an argument in court, when you go to court, you don't say, here's the murder weapon, here's the murder weapon, here's the murder weapon, here's the murder weapon, and you get 6 out of 10. That's not the way it works. You get -1 for the murder weapon. You don't get a -5 because you presented the murder weapon 5 times. It doesn't work that way. So I just, like, when I look at it, I just go, you know what? This was not a bad adaptation. It was done not great, and I wish it was better, but it's not a failure of an anime.
yeah. I agree. Dylan, what's your opinion on the anime? I think you already said you liked it.
I did. I liked it because I grew up more with like the original Transformers, and I had a bit of nostalgia looking at just buff Zeus. Because imagine me like really deformed Megatron, and I kind of laughed a bit. I was wow,
that's an interesting take. I
they
haven't heard
definitely
that one
cheat.
before.
It's accurate, though. He's not wrong.
Interesting.
They cheesed up Zeus, and I love it. Like the whip higgle, the whip higgle. Uh-oh.
The hip wiggle.
The hip wiggle of Zeus. When
I
like
say
you
shit
see
like that all the time. Don't worry about it. I fucking mix up the first letters for words like every other video.
Like they still kept the comedy on point with the manga. I loved the hip wiggle of Zeus. It was hilarious. Like, what is he gonna do? What is he gonna dance to Hermes? Oh, he's gonna hip wiggle. He's not gonna dance. He's gonna hip wiggle.
Oh god. Oh no, wait, the hip wiggle. Fuck, I forgot about the hip wiggle. Shit.
It's even better because he's hip wiggling at a man who's just wearing a leaf.
That's such an alpha move. Bulgarian man says this is kind of boring to me. I'm gonna go watch some hentai. Are you sure this isn't Solo's burner account? Lupus
Jesus
offers him
Christ.
some. Lupus asks him if he wants some good sauce. Thank God Lupus is here. What would we do without you, Lupus?
This is kind of boring. I'm gonna go watch some hentai. Why that?
Bernice says
Wait,
I recommend anything with Danny DeVito.
I just want to say that Bob, I don't know if you're caught up this part, but Bob said jelly donuts intensifies.
Oh,
Jelly-filled donuts, my friend. Jelly-filled donuts. See, this is what I was talking about, miss. This is what I'm saying. And none of us as kids gave a fucking shit. And as adults, when we rewatch it, we accept it and we move the fuck on. We don't derail Pokemon based on some westernized bullshit. So why don't we give the common courtesy to the fact that they're at least giving a fuck and trying?
Lupus, I'm about
It has
to
to be-
test and see if you're a fucking liar. I don't want you to be lying to people in my chat about something being super nice and wholesome.
What? What's happening?
Oh god.
Lupus
Oh,
gave
no.
some sauce and he says it's super nice and wholesome, but I'm not sure I believe him because anyone will give out fucking random ass numbers and be like, oh yeah, this is so nice and wholesome, and it's fucking Emergence.
Oh, I was about to say,
No,
how much
of course
is
that got
Emergence?
your attention. You know they fucking read this
Yeah,
in the VC.
even-
Oh no,
even
wait, I
Band
remember
is in
this
here.
being depressing. if this is what I think it is... No, wait. No, hold on. Never mind, Lupus isn't a liar. Good job. I should have had more faith in you, Lupus. I apologize.
Yeah, isn't Lupus from the actual Valkyrie Discord?
He's one of the mods or the admin, I don't remember, but he's part of the staff there. Lupus is a
Oh,
big,
wow,
really
then,
important guy.
Then shit, sorry for... Did I insult him at any point?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, because my whole entire channel is about to be demonetized for the episode 8 anyways, but still.
Demonetized? For what?
Oh, well, I'm sure it'll be canceled. I'll be doxxed. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of shit just because I said that episode 8 was actually fucking good.
Lupus says, not trust me, it's nice and wholesome. Yeah, I just checked it on my phone right now. You're good. You weren't lying. Skin says, I'm gonna be real, the JJK community has become a toxic wasteland. Hot take, every big community is a fucking shithole. Because it's big.
I agree.
And full of fans. You know where the word fan comes from? Fanatic.
Yeah.
People
the
that
king of
stand
Mega
shit
subreddit.
have brainworms.
I can't just a hot take right now. Can anybody actually think of a big series that has a non-toxic fandom?
Nope.
Shaman King?
Even if they're not toxic, some of them may just be kind of dumb.
Actually, Hell's Paradise's fandom's actually pretty nice.
Wait till it gets the anime.
That's because the anime
We'll
is
wait
not
till it
yet.
gets an anime, and then we'll see.
Oh, then it's going downhill fast.
I mean, it's getting an anime. I don't know when the anime is going to come out,
If-
but it's getting one.
if-
So we'll see what happens with the
if
fandom
you
when
were-
that happens.
Honestly, the Bleach fandom isn't too bad. Realistically, the Bleach fandom isn't too bad.
Skip
Yeah, I
says
think
Yu
they've
Yu
just-
Hakusho. Does it count if it came out, like, more than 20 years ago?
Well, by that logic, like if you said no cross platform, and then you said fucking Dragon Ball Z, then you'd be fine.
Ah.
But the moment you say Dragon Ball Z, people go Goku versus Saitama.
Yeah, I said Shaman King's pretty good, and they have
can
anime
he
out right
beat
now.
Goku, though? Can he beat Goku, though?
Can he beat Trip Goku, though?
Good
point.
question.
I don't know why anybody questions it. Goku is literally the man. He's basically fucking Muhammad Ali of fucking manga. Just leave it alone. Goku wins. Give it up.
Lupus says,
Just
I've never seen a whole lot
stop
of
doing it.
genuine toxicity from Overlord fans, but I could just not be looking in the right place. Alright, I forgot that your whole thing is an Overlord character. Are you the resident Overlord stan, Lupus? I've only
I
ever
saw one
encountered
episode
a few.
of Overlord. Is Overlord still a thing?
I think it's
It's
getting
getting
a
a-
4th season of the anime.
Okay, I read like one chapter or watched one episode or something. That's to do with like the skull, right?
Yeah,
In
the Skull
purple
Man.
robe?
Skull Man's wild, wacky
Yeah.
isekai adventures.
Yeah, it's Mr. Bones'
Yeah.
Wild Ride, but it's
I
his
remember I got like 6 episodes into it, and I just wasn't really feeling it that much. But that's whatever. Skin says, bro, when this Chainsaw Man anime drops, the Makima Simps are gonna go wild. Yeah, they are. Well, depending
Oh,
on what
boy.
she looks like in the anime,
Oh
they'll go wild.
boy.
Oh boy, I can't fucking wait for all the fan art.
No,
That's not
Bernice
sarcasm
has
there. I
a point.
can't wait
All
for
that
all the fan
shit.
art.
yes, you gotta read Bernice because that is point.
Bernice says all
Plus
these
one.
anime fandoms more cringe than the Bleach fandom are all a part of Aizen's plan.
I mean, Chair Sama is not wrong.
It's never wrong.
No,
Hayden
no.
says
Ah,
Overlord's
you
my
think you're
fate. Oh wait,
seeing a
Skin says
fandom.
the Fate
That's-
series. Does Fate not have toxic fans because they're like, yeah,
Oh,
our series does not have
No,
very good
Fate
ratings. We
has
have great
so
lore.
many. Fuck off. Fate has more hentai and more toxicity than any fucking
Is
fandom
that
I've
a part
ever
of
known.
toxicity? I would assume it'd be a very nice fan base where they're like, hello, we don't have great writing, but the porn is fantastic.
No, but there's the appreciation. But once again, Misc, as we already talked about with the My Hero Academia chapter, you have 10 fans that go, yeah, we're happy, and then you have one heckler, and it ruins it for everybody.
Speaking of, Amias D, the real arbiter of the will of the Record of Ragnarok fandom, put up a poll 2 days ago and asked, did you enjoy the Record of Ragnarok anime? With 3.7k
Oh, no.
votes. Or not 3.7, yeah, 3.7k. 3,700 votes. 3,700. 31% said yes, 45% said kinda, 15% said no, and 9% said hell no. So, you've got 76% of the people saying they enjoyed it to some extent, or at least had a positive experience watching it.
Had a 5 out of 10 or above rating.
Correct.
That's the way you could look at it.
So 75% of the people at least thought it was decent. There you go.
There you go.
I will use a MySD's community poll to judge what the entire fandom thinks.
No, you know, once again, it's like what I was trying to say before, Miss, with Baldur and everything. Like, look, at the end of the day, it's just like my review. You go to the anything else in the world, you do 90% of a good job. Nobody's going to fuck with you over the 8% you fucked up. They're going to be grateful you did 92% amazing. If you do 92% of a job.
Oh, you didn't really get many more comments. You had one dislike. Hey, I have the top comment out of the two.
I'm waiting for the hate. I'm waiting for the hate. Once, see, mine's
Did you share it on the server? Did you share it on the Shumatsu server? You should do that, and you'll maybe get a few more people.
Oh, I never share. I never share anything on the show. Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah, in the media channel. That's where it's for. I think Lupus.
Oh.
Lupus said
Holy
he may
fuck!
be
I'll probably get it.
doing a channel for like YouTube videos, but at the moment, just share it in the media tab because that's basically if you have a Shumatsu related piece of media, you can post it there.
Oh shit! I didn't know. See, I've never shared a single piece of my media outside of a couple of Discords.
Yeah,
I don't share it on Reddit. I don't share it on.
I can't believe
that's probably why I don't get any views.
I shared 2 Jujutsu videos on their subreddit within a week of each other, and I'm fucking amazed that the second one didn't get taken down for violating the self-promotion rules.
Yeah, because that's why I joined Reddit under your recommendation and started sharing shit, and then they were like, yeah, you know, you can't
Ragnarok,
do that.
Ragnarok, the Shumatsu subreddit doesn't give a shit. I've posted like almost a dozen videos in the last 3 days, and they've been like, whatever. They
oh, hell, I'm doing that right now. I'm sharing the...
And Kengan doesn't give a fuck either. The Kengan subreddit, they'll let you post whatever the fuck you want on there.
Okay, I'm sharing my latest 2 on that shit. We're just gonna see. You said under the media?
Yeah, Shumatsu
Media.
Shumatsu Media.
Okay, yep.
Here
we go. I'm sharing that one, and I'm sharing my other one, because that episode 8 one, I think, is fantastic. Did you like that whole 0.1215?
It was very good. I was taken very in-depth with it. Have you watched my episode 8 review yet?
No, I watched your episode 7, but I didn't get to your episode 8 yet.
Fun. Yeah, that I'm a little more negative than yours. Mostly
I
because
can't wait
I
to
was...
Because you told...
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me your episode 8 and your episode, your last video are like your 2 most passionate ones. So I'm curious, like I'm gonna have to speed blitz. But you only do like 9 to 10 minute ones, so I can knock them off tomorrow pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I can't believe I just watched 2 YouTubers officially go, oh, have you seen my video? Well, no, but have you seen mine?
Griever is the only YouTuber whose videos I watch anymore. I'm half joking. I don't know what it is, but like, when it comes to producing my own videos, I've just like lost a drive for watching a lot of other people's content.
I mean, you want...
I think it's because
and I feel
a lot of I've gotten so used to doing content in my style, and Griever has a style very similar to mine, that for like a lot of other YouTubers, I'm just not interested in the type of videos they make anymore.
Yeah.
I watch Griever.
So I will recommend
Nico's Air for his Kengan reactions and reviews. Nico's cool. Sometimes I watch Weeb's videos on some stuff. So that's about it. In terms of like YouTubers that I've ever actually no. It's weird that I mostly only consistently watch anime and manga stuff from other YouTubers that I've spoken to. For other stuff, I watch whatever. Now that I think about it, probably most of the videos I watch now are not anime and manga related. I'm not actually sure.
I agree with that.
Actually, most of my YouTube history is me listening to music while doing other stuff.
That's me too, and I feel really bad whenever like you produce a video, like because sometimes Misc will produce a video, and then it'll be about King and Omega or something, and then it'll be about something else, and it's shit that I just don't give a fuck about, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna watch or like that video. So like, I got better things, I got better things to do. Like, I'm not gonna watch videos about shit I don't care about. So, you know,
Yeah, I mean, like,
so, but yeah,
I don't watch videos for stuff I don't read. Like, for your Yona videos, stuff like that. It's like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
read Yona, so
exactly,
I would
exactly.
watch it and I would have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a show of support, but at the same time, it's sort of like, yeah, but you're just doing that like to be nice. You don't actually give a fuck about the content, and that's not the point when we make content. Our content is meant for people who care about it, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
Though I
I
still do
appreciate that.
appreciate the serotonin boost of getting a lot of views. Wait, is that an
Oh,
endorphin
I
boost?
mean,
I don't
yeah,
remember. I did
like,
not do that well in anatomy.
though I will tell you right now, when you get caught up with Toriko, seriously, King of Lightning, his old Toriko fucking reviews, man, they're still there. Holy shit, they make you so hyped. Like,
I need
if
to
you
go back
don't
and watch
feel
those because
hyped
I've gotten
after,
recommended a few of them when I went and watched some of his old Bleach stuff. Yeah, I went back and watched some of his old Bleach stuff, some of his Hunter x Hunter anime reviews. I'll
yeah,
probably watch
the
his
man,
manga stuff when I catch up.
I hate some of his takes. Like, he doesn't like the Record of Ragnarok anime either, and blah blah blah. But and there's some stuff that I don't agree with him about One Piece and stuff. But my God, the man hypes up Toriko and Bleach like nobody's business. When shit is actually hype, the man jumps out of his chair and he fucking just like, he's like a gorilla. And you know what though? I appreciate that. Because I'm like, yeah, that's how we feel when we're like, holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck. We're
His
sitting there,
Record of Ragnarok reaction streams have been so entertaining. It's a shame he only does them like once a month because they're really good.
Yeah, I
It's
know,
so
I know exactly.
fucking nice to get like an extended, like big long reaction stream from someone like King of Lightning. It's so
Yeah,
good.
exactly. And I mean, like as you said, like I only have a handful of YouTubers that I still currently watch. I used to have like 2 dozen, 3 dozen at least. Now it's you, Tekking, Nuxtaku, Rustage, King of Lightning. I can't even think of anybody else off the top of my head.
Did
Like
somebody
and the only reason I follow like Schwabity and Rustage and Cam Study and people like that is to do my rap reaction videos.
Ah, yes, of course.
So that's like point for a point, you know what I mean?
I don't know what it is.
So
It's been really hard for me to find a lot of new like anime and manga YouTubers who do content that I like. That new guy Sun Eater Grom kept recommending. What's it? Mozzarella Custard. He does a bunch of Kengan and he does some Shumatsu stuff. I actually really like his content, but I need to watch more of his videos. I haven't gotten around to watching more of them, but from what I've seen, he seems pretty good. So I'll probably have
latest
to
video
watch more of his
content.
stuff.
Oh, and Caden, I don't know why you didn't get a notification. Sorry
Yeah,
about
Caden,
that.
you should check that. It's just YouTube being fucky as usual.
Yeah, they usually are. And Skin also said it's just reference to me. Skin said if Griever doesn't like Chainsaw Man, then he doesn't like a masterpiece. No, I
Well,
like Lord of the Rings.
He
So it's-
doesn't like Chainsaw Man. It's fine. It's not his thing. People don't have to all like the same stuff, no matter much. Oh.
But to be fair, I don't shit on Chainsaw Man because I only read about 18 chapters, and that's not fair.
Yeah.
You have to read an entire series.
Love Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man is one of my
Exactly.
favorites.
I still don't give a rating on Hunter x Hunter because I never finished the series.
Right.
That's not fair.
And neither will it. Because it's going to go on
Okay,
for the
we
next
got a few
100 years.
interesting comments here. Bernice, wait, no. Luis D'Amato says, as long as it's not chibi and his garbage opinions here. Do I really
Oh,
want to
God.
be one of those smaller channels that does nothing but complain about bigger channels? I feel like I
Yeah.
don't want to fall into that niche. It seems like a really bad, like, fucking rabbit hole to fall into.
It's a terrible thing to do because one day you might be on a podcast or collab if you get big enough, you know what I mean? And it's shitty to do. But I've said it before and I'll say it again since you won't say it. Chibi does not have great opinions.
Like,
Sorry,
I've
guys.
seen some of Chibi stuff. I like some of it, and some of it I'm like, meh. the fucking anime
I
and
was
manga
around-
community, I don't like how big YouTubers seem to have this fucking clout culture where they'll have fake drama with each other, where they'll do over dramatic clickbait shit to get views and attention. Whereas me, I just try to produce good videos to get views and attention, and it works some of the time.
Well, you and I missed when we did that Star Wars stream. What's his name was on there, and he was all pissy at me, and I was like, "Listen, you don't like. This is what we do here. Yeah, like I go A, B, C through the Discord chat. If you don't like it, I don't need to be here and stuff. And somebody's gonna be mad about that. But it's like I'm not trying to make anybody mad. I'm trying to make content here. I'm trying to make everybody happy.
Yeah. No hate to I can't fucking remember your name. Are you still in the Discord?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe he's still here somewhere. Yeah, like, listen. Dude's gotta make some content. It's his fucking stream. He's gonna talk over you. That's just how it goes.
And you do it all the time, which is something I told you to do. It's like if somebody's talking too long, you need to
Yeah, now
cut
I've
them off.
taken it to another level where I seem to accidentally just interrupt people all the time.
But it's better than having somebody drone on too long.
Yeah, like having Koji talk about something off topic for 15 minutes.
Oh boy.
Or me.
Skin says Misc content and Nux Taku collab. Griever's not gonna like this, but I really don't care much for Nux Taku. I've seen some of his older
that's so
videos
sad.
and they're pretty good, but a lot of his
Same.
newer stuff feels like fucking shit post troll bait, and I don't like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I will admit what he did was he got into this whole idea of doing like memeing on videos and trolling on videos more than making legitimate content anymore. But some of his older videos, like his Deku analysis video, it was 59 minutes long. His Why Fairy Tale is Good video, which was another like hour-long video and stuff. Those are legitimate video essays. That's how I got into Nux Taku. And the man has a fucking point. So I was just like, okay, I'll follow his. It's like following Lost Paws. You know? Like, he like Noble's a good guy and everything, but all he does is read Reddit and watch memes all day. You know?
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, if you want to watch that content.
I don't want to be too mean, but like, Nux gives me some Redditor vibes.
Sometimes, but you do know he does that on purpose.
I know, but like, someone can do something on purpose and it just not be my cup of tea.
No, exactly. And it's sort of like how some people's sense of humor, it's like some people will get a sense of humor, some people won't. It's a different style of humor. It's very acute sense of humor. It's not a wide...
I would have probably liked his
brand.
current content if it came out like 4 or 5 years ago.
I'll tell you what, Miss. Have you actually watched his Deku video?
I don't remember. I feel like I've seen part of it. I remember, what did I watch of his? I think I saw a few... I've seen a few of his My Hero videos. I think I saw a video he did about Aizen. I don't remember.
Yeah,
It's been a while since I've watched some Nux videos.
He did a great video about Aizen. He did a great video about Kisuke. He did a great video about Deku. He did a great video about wars in Shonen. Like, his older content, like his 2015, 2016 content was fucking fire. Because they were all video essays. 30 to 50 minutes long, explaining everything about why some things work and why they don't in others, you know? And it actually is very profound, and he's being serious. He's not being a meme lord or any of that bullshit. So...
Guys, as Bernice says, a lot of YouTubers unfortunately fall in the repetitive clickbaity content hole. Obviously, this doesn't mean they are bad people, but still it hurts a little to see that happen. If I ever fall into that hole, or if I say Chad like more than 20 times in a single video, that's your warning to like take me out back during the sunset and put me down. Okay?
To tell you about the rabbits?
Yeah, tell me about the rabbits. Tell me about tell me about my Patreon monthly.
Wait.
Tell me about my Patreon.
Is that one book?
Tell me about the Patreon.
Tell me about the patrons. How many people joined the Patreon this month? Did anyone like any of my Patreon posts in the last 2 months? Yes, they liked all your Patreon posts, Misc. Everyone really liked your Patreon videos.
I wasn't in your Patreon, so I don't know.
Just lie. If you're about to shoot me in the back of the head, you should just lie. Oh god, are we about to get my opinions on a bunch of YouTubers that I don't watch consistently anymore? Okay, so here's the deal. With a lot of these people, I used to watch them semi-regularly, and then after a certain point, just wasn't interested in their content anymore.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, after they became larger. Very strange. Because I don't recall if there was ever a big shift in their content. It was just weird, like, for certain channels, after they reach a certain size, I just feel less... It's not even like, oh, they're bigger now, I'm not interested. It's just this weird correlation where when a lot of channels get big, I just don't feel as interested in their videos anymore. Oh god,
I will
my throat
argue
is
that
getting
the only
worse.
one that... The one who has stayed, from my experience, who has stayed consistent from 60,000 subscribers all the way to 600 is Tekking. Tekking 101
yeah, I've
has
seen
stayed
Tekking's
consistent.
old Bleach stuff and his newer stuff, and it's basically the same videos. With a better camera.
Right. He wants to be cringe. He wants to be aloof. He wants to have that persona, and he does it every single video, and he's never changed. And you got to respect the man for that.
Yeah.
You really do,
it's
because
so
he didn't
nice
change it. Because you and I miss,
Yeah.
Oh no, you go ahead.
It's really nice seeing how like the quality of a YouTube channel improves as they go on. Like Tekking, for example, that's a good one. For my stuff, go look at my shit from a year ago. It sucked. Like, it was not good at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, my stuff, it's like the same style of content, but I've made it all look nicer. So that's all that matters. Now we have a
Which,
bunch of
as you
people
know,
ask-
like I make my own thumbnails and I do my own visuals and stuff for all my streams. Like my Tokyo Ghoul stream, you really like that, you said, like my graphics and stuff like that. I built that all up myself over years of trying to make quality content, even though it clearly. And here's the weird thing, and it's what every single YouTuber will tell you: quality doesn't mean you're going to get subscribers. You could be one of the best. Like, you could have the highest quality, you can have the best camera, you can have the best sound, you can have the best opinions. If nobody watches you, if you're not found, it's just like being in Hollywood at the end of the day. So it does suck, but I never decided to stop just trying to make quality, you know?
Dragon's Rage
And
says,
nobody
Misc,
should.
does anyone like my Patreon? Everyone dead silence. I have patrons, but no one likes the posts, so I have no idea if they actually like the videos or not. I have no fucking idea.
I also noticed he had a message for me. Griever, are you sure that he wasn't trolling when he made the Fairy Tail as a good series? No, he wasn't, because Fairy Tail is a good series. Once again, Record of Ragnarok 7 out of 10, so is Fairy Tail.
Bernice says, yes, Misc, the Patreon's doing great. Pulls the trigger. It's just a meme now. I have this Patreon that, like, no one joins. There are a few people in, but no one joins it.
But I thought
but no one will join.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Miss, but like Patreon, like, yeah, you pay for things. But I thought the idea of Patreon was you get early access to videos and stuff, and you're supposed to post videos after.
It's a mix.
Like
you can do early access, you can do exclusive content, you can do other stuff like video requests, merchandise. That's one of the options. I don't do early content because most of my stuff is reviews that I try to release the same day. So it's like, oh boy, you get this review 10 minutes earlier because it doesn't take the 10 minutes to do the checking for any, like, not advertiser-friendly stuff. So instead I do my webtoon reviews on there because fucking it doesn't get copyright striked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me catch up with some stuff. People made a bunch of stuff asking me. Luis D'Amato says, sorry, Miss, didn't mean to put you in that position. No, you didn't put me in a position. I was just saying, when I got to your comment, I realized a lot of people had mentioned Chibi, and I was thinking about Chibi too, so it's not your fault for anything. Skin says, I mean, doesn't everyone have bad opinions? Yes, everyone except for me. I am devoid of bad opinions. Bernice says, Misc content and Cisc content collab. Excellent idea. Skin suggests that I collab with PewDiePie. Now that would be something. I bet that would get me a few subscribers. Big help, because the sub gain has grinded to a halt in the last couple months. Maybe doing a collab with the biggest fucking YouTube channel on the planet would help me out a little bit. Who knows? Skin then suggests that I collab with Gigac. I don't know if you guys realize that, but I can't really just will collaborations with 3 million subscriber channels into existence. And then the last one from Sunny to Grom, do a mysterious Weeb collab. I mean, someone said that Weeb wants to do a collab with me eventually, so whenever he wants to do that, I'm open to it. Whatever. I'll take it. Bernice says, yeah, I read that one earlier. Luis Tomato says, Medi Not the Bad Guy is an underrated channel. Medi is one of the few channels I still watch because he does fantastic character analysis videos. He goes way more in depth than I could ever go. He studies the characters in their names to garner meaning and connection to their personality or roles in the story. I am nowhere near intelligent enough or good enough at research to do that. So Medi's a really good channel. You guys should subscribe to Medi if you haven't already. Sonny Grom says, Misc, have you seen the Kengan stick fight animation videos? Yeah! I don't know if I've seen all of them. I don't know if any new ones have come out since the last time I watched them, but whoever does that's really good at them.
Yeah, wait for the Ryan.
What about Masked Man and Sufferance? I used to watch their videos a lot more, but then after a while, I don't think anything happened with Masked Man. I think just a lot of the stuff he's come out with I just haven't been interested in watching. And with Sufferance, I'm just, like, not that interested in his videos anymore. I don't know what it is. Like, he does very in-depth discussions, but I feel like he does the opposite of people who just do a recap of a chapter, and I think he overanalyzes to a point where it feels like he's kind of reaching with a lot of stuff.
Oh, you're talking about me, are you?
No, not you. I'm talking... Sufferance does, like... He tries to do, like, deep character, emotional, philosophical connection shit. Maybe not exactly, but he tries to talk in-depth about themes and such. Which I like, but I think he gets a little too into it to the point where it feels like he's reaching a bit. But I think he still does a good job. I've watched his videos in the past. I think he does a good job. I just am not as interested with them anymore. Skin said, I mean, are you on anyone's Patreon, Misc? No, because I'm stingy. And I'm trying to save money for nothing in particular. I just don't like spending money that much.
Makes Miss feel any better. I'm not.
You better join my Patreon, dude.
Yeah. Bernice says, Misc collabs with PewDiePie, still no Patreon and great. I would believe it. No one wants the Patreon. No one gives a shit. Maybe some people suggested every once in a while I do a community post where I advertise, like, oh, if a big chapter in solo leveling happens, I'll do a community post saying, like, hey, I have my review for solo leveling chapter or whatever is up. You should come, if you want to check it out, become a patron to watch it here. And some dude will comment, you're trying to extort money out of your fans for just recapping what happens in a manhwa chapter? No thanks, buddy. You may have wanted to get a new patron, but you just lost a long-time subscriber. I'm paraphrasing an exact comment.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, the reason there are videos on there is because I don't want to just make a PayPal and have people just give me their money for nothing. The point of the Patreon, listen, you can join it and not watch any of the shit if you just feel like donating money every month. But ideally, what I did the Patreon for, instead of a PayPal or whatever, is if you guys are giving me money, I feel I should give you guys more content in return for it.
Right. And, Miss, you know this very well. Like, the idea is, like, hey, you guys want to hear me talk about solo leveling? There's a paywall. That's, at the end of the day, that's what it is.
Yeah, kind
Like
of.
if you don't care about my opinion, you can still watch my other content. But
And
if you feel
also, I
like
did solo leveling for like 3 weeks on the YouTube channel last August. You know what happened? They got copyright striked for the fucking thumbnails.
there you go.
So that's why it's on the
So
Patreon, bitch. That's why we do solo leveling on the Patreon. Because I would rather only have like 15 people watch it and get some kind of enjoyment out of it than have the fucking channel taken down and no one gets to enjoy the videos anymore.
that's right.
And I don't
The
get
right
to
way to do
upload
it.
them on here anymore and have to build a channel back up from, ground level. Fortunately, we have the backup with 565 subscribers, so
Which, as we know, I would have been smart to do back in the day.
yeah. Yeah.
From 500 to 500 once again.
Sun Eater, Skin says, oh wait, no. Luis D'Amato says, want to grow your subs, sell your soul, and become a gotcha YouTuber. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, no,
Maybe
become a
maybe I'll
VTuber.
re-download Bleach Brave Souls, and I'll just do fucking gotcha.
No, not that.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna play. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play Bleach Brave Souls and Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross on my channel for the rest of my life.
Good idea.
And then just
I'll have
watch the
Clover play
subs.
Genshin, and I'll just put my commentary over it. So then we'll get all of the ad revenue from that. Cause I played Genshin, I don't care for it, but Clover fucking loves Genshin. So we could make a fortune off of this, lads. We're creating our new scheme here. Our new money making scheme is in the making as we speak.
Yep.
I don't want to sound like I'm fucking jerking myself off or anything, but I like to think that I'm at least kind of honest about the fact that I don't do YouTube for money, but I put money into consideration because it'd be fucking stupid of me not to consider that when it comes to doing something that can make money.
That's right.
I'm not here for the money. I mean, like, I don't think my quality in my content has particularly changed since I got monetized. If anything, I think I've tried to improve the quality a little bit. You know, we've got some more filters. We've got more moving filters with the recent Record of Ragnarok videos. I have my wonderful avatar here drawn by Clover. I've tried to up the production value a smidge. Oh, right, and we have the 720p videos. That's all thanks to YouTube monetization. Because I'm able to afford better stuff now.
I mean, listen to this. At the end of the day, people, remember that I have been on YouTube for, well, not with this channel. This channel has only been about 4 or 5 years old, and or 3 years old, I think. And my previous channel was about 3 years old as well. And Misc would be what you would consider my godson of YouTube. And the thing is that this man has achieved over 3,000 subscribers in such a short amount of time that he's being honest with you. That's all he's being. He's being straight and on the arrow, and that's all he's doing. So never doubt when Misc says here's the black, the gray, and the white. He's telling you the truth.
Listen, if I was doing it all for money, we would do fucking My Hero Academia reviews with the most clickbaity titles you've ever seen in your goddamn life.
Oh, fucking A, we would. Deku died every fucking week.
He's dead. Holy shit, he just
title.
keeps dying every week. I can't believe it. Every single chapter
Luffy's
review
dead,
title would be, holy
Asuka's
shit,
dead.
this chapter just changed My Hero Academia forever. We'll have a bunch of circles and red arrows on the title with dramatic text. And we'll steal a coloring from someone on Twitter. I won't credit them in the description.
Yami got Lucifer the demon to make a contract. Luffy fucking died. Deku got fucking Conqueror's Hockey. Whatever. You just make clickbait titles for days.
We'll make all the money.
This
is what the stream's about now. How do we make? How does Misc make as much money in the most unethical way as possible on YouTube? How do I do it? Oh wait, we have a suggestion from Bernice. I'll make 2 channels. One where I hate every manga/anime I review, and another where I love every single one. Play both sides and come out on top. Use the stands and the antis, the power of capitalism. Bernice is going to do an economic quagmire with himself.
Nux Taku actually does that on Twitter.
Who? Oh yeah, Nux does that. I saw. Yeah.
Nux does that on Twitter all the time, and you know what? It fucking works, and it's so sad. Because he knows, because he's playing the field. You know, the man's not wrong.
I
Like,
will get
and
likes.
that's the
I will
way.
get pushed up in the algorithm by both sides of the fandom.
Exactly. And I feel, you know what, the one thing I do feel bad for Nux Taku is, the man's got like 1.7 million subscribers. But at the end of the day, he gets demonetized every fucking day for trying to push the envelope. We might say it's like clickbait bullshit, but the man
he
is
posts
always
shit like,
trying to
"Oh, I
push.
showed hentai to random YouTubers to see what they would say. Oh, why did my video get demonetized?"
Oh no!
Yeah, but no, but what he'll do is he's like, I showed hentai to porn stars, and I wanted their opinion. And but see, the thing is, by the nudity, by the policy, he didn't do anything wrong. Technically, if you watch the video, he doesn't do anything wrong. So it's like, well, why is it demonetized? Like, he's always trying to do that to push the envelope because he's so sick and tired, and I agree with him. Look, my thumbnails have been taken down 3 times in 1 year. It's showing a girl in her underwear.
Yeah.
It's not my fault that the fucking Shonen Jump wants to produce a manga that's ecchi. What am I supposed to show? Literally, the only man was turned into a girl in that manga.
Damn,
what do you want me to do?
That's an ecchi moment for you. God damn.
Yeah, I gotta show boobs at this point. I gotta show boobs.
You gotta show. How are you supposed to get the ecchi fan views if you don't have titties in the title? In the goddamn title?
That's right. And the one time I did, they took it down in 2 minutes. And I'm sitting there like, this is why Nux Taku keeps pushing this shit. And other ones like Lost Pause and them. That's why they keep pushing this shit. Because they're like, YouTube, you need to stay the fuck away. We rate it not under 18. We rate that shit. We hit that button. We say, not under 18. So leave us the fuck alone. And it's not like we're showing porn in the video. We're just saying, hey, there might be some... I mean, right now, like we've said fuck on this stream. Nobody gives a shit.
You know, people say YouTube has become like so restrictive lately. The fact that we've said fuck like 100 times and I can still monetize this stuff. Listen, we're free and open enough for me, baby.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the day that everybody was talking about, like because Twitch does the same thing, YouTube does the same thing. When Pornhub actually goes, hey, we're gonna have a different like division, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm signing up for that shit. No restrictions, no bullshit. We get paid, and nobody fucking takes our shit down. Because actually, if you didn't know, that's one of Nux Taku's videos, Misc. He says that, like, actually, that's what happens. If you have a video, you know how the YouTube algorithm works. And you know how YouTube, like, you got a copyright strike, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get a strike. Is it unfounded? Is it founded? Does it matter? No, not according to YouTube. On Pornhub? Yes, it does. They go, we're not taking that video down. We're not suspending their funding. We're not demonetizing their video. We, as a third party, as Pornhub, we are going to investigate your claim that you say that this video deserves to be flagged, and then we will determine whether it deserves demonetization or not.
If only YouTube did that without you having to ask them. For me, for all my
That's
copyright strikes,
right.
I've gotten them and I'm like, yeah, I probably fucked up. Because for me, it's like, if the publisher doesn't want me doing that, what am I supposed to do? It's the publisher. If the publisher doesn't want me putting fucking panels in the video, then I can't put panels in the video. It's that simple.
Yeah, but what I don't understand is, like, I made videos, for example, like, have you ever watched a thing like CinemaSins?
Yeah. They somehow have, like, almost
How
a
do
movie.
they...
I assume it's because they ask permission
Yeah.
or something.
But how do I go about that? Like, I'd be willing to say, hey, I want to use this for a meme, for a joke. Like, but who do I contact? Who do I say, hey, is this okay to use?
I don't know how the
That
fuck
we don't have
most
that
of
option.
my
We don't have
videos
that
are
channel.
still up with all of the Bleach OSTs I had in them. like
Which,
half
once
of
again,
my
I don't
videos
understand,
had Bleach
like-
OSTs in the background, so I have no fucking idea
Yeah.
if how those are still up.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like sometimes they just don't find people, and other times they do. As I said, my whole channel got taken down because I was on my honeymoon. I got married, and fucking I got 3 strikes in 2 days.
That's
Then I
rough.
contacted YouTube, and they said, "Well, you're shit out of luck." And I was like, "Shouldn't you defend your content creator?"
Fortunately, I'm a YouTube partner, so I get a week grace period if I get a 3rd strike. Probably won't do anything, because if I get another strike, it's probably warranted. All the Bleach OSTs, I privated, I unlisted my original videos because they had a lot of panels in them. And also, they're not very good, so I didn't feel bad about making them private, so... Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, let's see. Skin says, I can't wait for Misc to become a big hotshot anime YouTuber with like 1 million subscribers and gets like $500 donos. You can do that now. You don't have to wait.
Yeah,
Just
and
saying,
I'm
you could give me
taking, I'm
$500
taking a
now.
10%.
There's no requirement.
By the way, as the godfather of Misc, I'm taking 10% off the top.
That would
so
be fine.
donate
That
that
would be
500.
Band, are you still in VC? Band, do I get
I'm here.
royalties for inspiring your comic? I'm half joking.
Listen, bitch. I've already made you the main character. That should be more than enough.
No, Band, you agreed to pay me $1 per year for using
I'll
my
pay
character.
you a quarter.
Oof.
You said $1.
This is some pretty rough negotiations here.
All right, fine. 15 cents.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Bulgarian
This
man
fucking
asks
guy.
OnlyFans when? The OnlyFans will just
so
be
you
an
know,
alternative version of the Patreon. I'll
so
do
you know,
videos
I'm-
where I just show all the panels. That'll be my OnlyFans.
I'm
Well,
already
apparently
gonna get
OnlyFans is
fucking
going to be
bullied
gearing
because of your
away
design.
from porn now, so maybe I'll...
Wait, Miss, Band is saying something. What have you been
Yeah, I'm
What did you have
saying?
to say,
get
Band?
I'm gonna get fucking bullied because of your design because I already know. The moment your character shows up, oh, that looks like Gojo. Is that fucking Gojo with black hair? Oh, that's Gojo, dude. You're copying. I already know what's gonna happen, and it's not my fault.
That's just what I look like.
You the blindfold?
You can make the blindfold different if you want.
Nah, I don't.
No,
I don't care.
Yeah, who gives a shit about random schmucks on Webtoon? Who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah. Listen, man. You are writing an amazing comic from what you've told
Quote
me.
unquote
You have
amazing.
a fantastic art style, and Webtoons be lucky to fucking have you. So just do your thing.
Indeed, they would. Yeah,
that's
Skin,
pretty
if you
cool.
want, you can give me $500 now. You don't have to wait till I have 1 million subscribers.
That's goddamn right. And when
Lucas
Miss has
says,
a million subscribers,
OMG,
I'm getting
Deku
those
just
royalty
killed
checks.
Bakugo? Deku becomes a villain, gone wrong, gone sexual? Yeah, that'll, if we're really in it just for the money, we'll have that shit coming out every fucking day. I won't even be making the videos anymore. Well, I'll just have some
Oh,
random
no.
guy making the videos for me.
Actually,
Miss, did you hear the Star Wars sequels are the best thing that ever happened to Star Wars
Holy
too?
shit.
That's
actually,
right.
Miss, since you wanted to ask that question, now I gotta ask you, how much will I get paid if you decide to fucking live stream and get money off the fucking comic?
I have gotten 0 monies for this stream.
That's because we haven't started yet.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know. How much
What?
do you... I'll give you...
That's
I'll give you 25% of the, like,
No.
50 cents I get for my streams.
Band, on my streams, by the way, I don't monetize because I'm so lowly. I'm only 600 maybe subscribers tomorrow, so I don't make any money. So no.
Oh yeah, you guys should go and subscribe to Griever. I think he's almost at 600 subscribers.
It's 594. 594.
595.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, guys, if just 5 of you go and subscribe to Griever's channel, which I have linked on the channel page on my channel, we can get him to 600 subscribers today. He'll reach his goal for June. Boy,
Yeah,
I really do hope
that'll
I
be-
get that fucking end of year boost like I did last year. That was nice. I didn't know this was how
Yeah,
this
I'm-
worked, but apparently at the end of the year, more people are just on YouTube because they're not busy or something. I don't fucking know. I didn't think.
I
like,
think it's around. It's the holiday season. I think that's the thing. It's the New Year, the holiday season. Everybody's like having a good time. Everybody's on break. People are watching YouTube when they're bored.
People are on break now, thanks to summer. I guess not
Mm.
as many people because you actually get vacation for work during.
But
the
people
holidays.
go outside, Miss.
Oh
That's the
yes, I
difference. In the
forgot
summer-
people do that.
Yeah, people actually leave the computer.
Really?
They go outside.
Damn, I can't imagine that.
Oh, I know, right?
No, I actually, I went for a walk today. No, I'm just kidding. I go outside all the time. I have to walk my dogs.
What kind of
Oh,
dog-
we already got you up to
you very well know.
596. That was fast. You went up a whole sub since I mentioned your channel.
Oh, woohoo, woohoo. But you know very well, Misc. I sit on the porch all the fucking time. You guys can always hear the cars in the background. I'm always fucking on the porch. I'm always sitting there soaking up that sun.
Bernice says, Misc does indeed wear a blindfold IRL. I can confirm I sell him his blindfolds. Yeah, it's true. Bernice sells me all my blindfolds. I can't see shit right
Oh,
now.
you have multiple. You have multiple of them, huh?
I have all the different styles of blindfold.
Is that canon?
Do you want to
That's
make
canon.
it canon that I just have a bunch of different blindfolds?
Oh, no. Band, you gotta have him wear those, like, 80s fucking, like, the teardrop bandanas.
Oh my
Like,
god.
you know, he's gotta wear those, but instead of a bandana, he
No,
wears
I'll
them over his
have
eyes
the
at all
I'll
times.
have the normal Gojo blindfold, then I'll have like the Band-Aid Volume 0 Gojo blindfold one time. Another
Okay.
time I'll have the bandana. One time I'll have like that fucking Cyclops visor sunglasses on.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay,
There'll be
that's
another
fucking
time
canon,
where I
I
have
believe.
like that fucking piece of paper that the goddamn hopping Chinese vampires
it's-
have.
What Miss is telling you, Ben, is it's like I told you about my hairstyle. Every once in a while, my hair will be longer, my hair will be shorter. I won't have a ponytail. I will. You know, you got to play with it. The bangs are out. The
Sometimes I'll
bangs
wear
are
those
not out.
boomer sunglasses. You know the boomer sunglasses band?
No.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's
No.
just let's make sure that we understand what I'm talking about.
I feel like I do, but...
Yeah,
go ahead,
this
tell me
is
the
what I'm
reference.
talking about. Wait,
You
no, come
sharing
on,
that
I
in
need to
the
get to the
chat?
good image of it. Oh, my sister has some of these. They're so fucking obnoxious.
Are you sharing? Where are you
No,
sharing
I'm
those,
gonna
Miss?
find them and I'll share them in the VC. Not bomber sunglasses. Google, what the fuck are you on?
Yeah, I'm 100% serious about making that canon. Just switching up the blindfolds every fucking time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ben. By the way,
Fucking
your
third eye
artistic
sunglasses.
drawing
This is
of
for
Neo
someone
looks
pretentious as
amazing.
fuck.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah, I love it. I think it's the best
He
I've
was
seen you
younger,
do.
in my opinion, because he was supposed to be like... How old? He was supposed to be 18 or 19 in the comic.
There
but
they
he was
are.
quite younger.
Something similar.
I think
to
he looks. You know what? You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of like Ichigo. He's supposed to be 15. Dude looks like he's 18. So you got the look
Mitch, What
down.
the fuck are those?
Who? Yeah, these are what I'm talking
Oh,
about. Something like these.
What the fuck are those?
Yeah, my sister has
Guy
something like
Fieri
those. They're so
called.
obnoxious.
Those are like beach glasses.
Let's see.
You want
beach
your
glasses?
Oakleys back? That's all they are. They're Oakleys. You want your Oakleys back?
Let's see. What are
Guy
beach
Fieri
sunglasses?
called.
Beach sunglasses?
now that
Are
I
they
know-
boating sunglasses?
That's probably a better word for it. But yeah, now that I know,
They're
that-
they're the Oakley. What do you call them? The board short wearing glasses community, whatever the fuck they're called. Jersey Shore.
Come on, let's get into some of them. No, I can't seem to find them. If only I knew what they were called. They kind of look like those. Is that it? There we go.
Oh no, he's
Look at
found it.
these disgusting things.
I mean, you can make it work with those ones too. And, oh yeah, same thing.
That is something a 50-year-old man wears when he goes out on a boat.
No, I'll show you what a 50-year-old man goes out on a boat with. I'll show you.
Lupus says
It's not aviators,
OnlyFans
but
is
talk
turning
about-
away from porn. That worked out so well for Tumblr. I tell you, I deleted Tumblr after that. Literally the only reason
Yeah.
I was on there.
By the way, band, if you ever put me in sunglasses, I wear aviators. Just so you know.
I don't know what those are. So I need a picture.
Okay. I'll give you a shot at aviators.
Sun Eater Grom says, I wish Odin had white hair, but the black hair is growing on me. Yes, it is. It's I don't mind it anymore, actually. Funnily enough. I kind of like it. It kind of works for him in the anime. It looks good. It's nice to have the white hair, but the black hair, you know what? Not a bad look.
Those are aviators, by the way.
Aviators? Oh, yeah.
It's what the military wears.
Yeah, those look kind of cool.
So,
Yeah, I've got a pair. I got a
like,
pair from my
every
grandfather
20
who fought in World War
chapters-
II, and I wear them every day.
Band, like, every 20 chapters, you have to make it so that with no explanation, my character is just wearing something else over his eyes, and then the chapter after that, it goes back to the normal blindfold. It'll totally break continuity, too. So, like, chapter 19 will end off in the middle of an action scene, and then in chapter 20, for some reason, I have something else on other than the blindfold.
It's like a talk. You know the talking fish thing, like the thing like the talking fish like talks boomer stuff. The talking, just rip it off like one of the murals, put it on your head,
Yeah.
like have it be like a bandana, put a piece of string on it, talking fish.
I don't know what you're referring to. This seems like Koji shit.
Skin says money for Misc. Oh, thanks. I appreciate the money emoji
No.
in the chat.
Ben, you know what would be funny? Make me, in one chapter, wear my aviators for the first time. Then the next chapter, I don't have them, and Misc is wearing them.
For no reason. I just have them.
For no reason. And nobody acknowledges it, but for some reason he's got my aviators.
Yeah, I can
Distinctively mine. Like, not somebody else's. Like, you gotta make it distinctive.
Should even have like a character saying, "Nice bandana you got there."
No, what'll
Yeah,
happen
yeah.
is like 100 chapters in, one person will make mention of it and no one will even acknowledge them.
Like, they just keep talking about what they're talking about.
It's like, oh, what the fuck happened to the blindfold? And just no one even pays mind to it.
You know what I feel like we need that one character which is in a lot of manga. I mean, not that it's, I mean, Ban's already shaped the storyboards and stuff, but I feel like we need that one character who's going to be like, what the fuck is going on? And none of the main characters are like, what are you talking about? And they're like, no.
You have
this
the one person
doesn't
who
work.
acknowledges how stupid and insane everything is, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
we do this
Like,
all the
how
time.
did
What do
that-
you mean?
There's
I can
There's a
literally make
giant
video.
piece of bubblegum character in the living room. How is that normal? And everybody just sitting on the couch going, I mean, it's a giant bubblegum. Who
We
cares?
are on a
You know, like-
flying city in the sky, fighting an army of robots, and I have a bow and arrow.
And
Nothing
no,
makes
but
sense.
everybody's nonchalant about it. But there's that one character who's always like freaking out, like, this shit is not normal.
The one guy who's a fucking Lovecraft protagonist just goes insane seeing everything happening where it's just normal for everyone else.
Like, come on, chill down. Just like,
It's like, buddy, what
just
the fuck
chill,
are you
man.
getting so freaked
Everything's
out
cool.
about? Chill.
Yeah,
Chill
like,
out,
what's wrong with
man.
this shit? Yeah, chill out, man. You just gotta relax, man.
Bulgarian man, whose videos are popping up in your recommendations? Or are you just going along with one of the bits we were doing earlier?
Ironically, Miscs always pop up in mine. They're like my first two recommendations every time I post a video.
Ooh, we're up to 597. We could hit 600 during this stream. Come on, people. We gotta pump up those numbers.
Cool. Let's get to 600 subscribers,
Yeah,
baby.
let's get this stream to 20 likes. We're at 19. Here, these are our goals for tonight. We'll end the stream when
Oh, it's
Reaver hits
already at
600.
20. It's at 20. You hit
It
20.
is? Hold on, studio needs to update,
Yeah.
I think. What the fuck? Alright. Let's see what's up with this guy. What's the...
You know what's funny though, Miss? You
What?
told me on the last Tokyo stream that I got like what was it, like 10 or 15 likes or something like that, and you said,
Yeah,
"Hey,
because
you already
I
hit
looked
that."
at
right?
it and it said you had 10 likes, and then after
Yeah.
you said no it doesn't, I looked at... Yeah, now I went down to 18. Fuck you guys. Fuck you people.
Yeah, now it's down to 19. Yeah, I see that. But what my point is that I actually, when I went on and logged on my mobile the next day after I finished the stream, I only had 8.
How fucking strange. Can you imagine people
I was like,
unliking a
What?
video? What a bizarre
yeah, like,
choice
and,
to make.
and it's not like they added dislike. They've already hit like. They take away a like.
Oh, Bulgarian man, you've been getting recommended Griever's videos. Very good. You should fucking subscribe then, if you didn't already. I assume you were suggesting that you did.
Right?
Yeah. So why not subscribe? Yeah. Why not?
Misc is the godson I never knew I had. I never knew that I wanted so bad.
Never
to this
knew
point.
that I was.
Yeah.
Wait, Bernice, Koji almost won the Hunger Games on the Ministry server. I haven't watched them in a while. I don't remember the last time I was in one. Tactical unsubscribing for content purposes. Oh, you're doing it to extend the stream. I see.
It actually, apparently, it does boost numbers in the YouTube algorithm if
I mean, it
you
would make
subscribe,
sense.
unsubscribe.
If someone has a
subscribe,
million
unsubscribe.
subscribers, I imagine their video would appear first over someone who has like 5 subscribers.
Mhm. So if you all of a sudden have an influx of subscribers, they don't notice the unsubscribers, they only notice the subscribers. So if the same person were to go unsubscribe, subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe,
I don't know if
unsubscribe,
that's
subscribe.
exactly how it works.
Yeah, I believe
I don't
it.
know if it's that easy to manipulate the algorithm.
If you have enough people, if you had like 50 people all doing it at once, all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. Right? It's not that you would get subscribers, it's that you would be at the top of the list of recommendation because you'd be trending.
Indeed. I think that's why everything... What came first last year? Was it the views or the sub gain? I think the sub gain came first, and then my viewership went way up. And then it just kind
My
of became like a
viewership is
self-fulfilling
way
cycle.
better than my sub gain.
My viewership used to be way better than my sub count. Now, a lot of the times I get less views than I have subs. I think it's because a lot of my subscribers that I have now are people that come for a very specific series. Notice I have a lot of people that are just there for Kengan, some people are just for Jujutsu, some people are just there for Record of Ragnarok, and when Chainsaw Man returns, the fans will awaken from their ancient slumber and return to watch my videos.
Well, as we talked about analytics before, Misc, and I have like 11% female. And that's only based on the fact that I follow a shoujo series of Yona.
When the fuck did I scratch my foot? That's weird.
And I mean, so all the analytics are based on the fact that 11%, I mean, maybe 1% is not following Yona, but I would argue that at least 9 to 10% of them are following me because of the Yona series. You know, because a lot of YouTubers, when you look at their analytics and their demographic, it's like 94%, 98% male. Mine is 11% female, which is sort of high for a shonen YouTube channel. But it's because I follow the one shoujo series too. So what you were saying, like there are certain people that are following you for certain series.
Yeah.
I believe that 100%.
Skin Ass Misc, would you rather deal with Spider-Man Rogues Gallery or Batman Rogues Gallery? Spider-Man's Rogue Gallery in a fucking heartbeat. Are you shitting me? Are you serious? Have you looked at Batman's Rogues Gallery?
Would you fight them? Wait, what was the question?
Yeah, would you rather deal with, I guess, like, have to fucking put up with their bullshit on a regular basis? I would rather deal with Spider-Man's Rogues.
Ooh. No, you know what? That's a good question because
I feel like just the Joker existing makes me just want to go for Spider-Man's.
But then you also have Green Goblin.
I don't think Green Goblin's as bad as the Joker, to be honest.
Not as bad, but still killed Gwen Stacy. You got Jason Todd on one side, you got Gwen Stacy on the other. They both killed somebody significant.
Ooh, I just realized. What about Carnage? That might be.
Venom and do you really want to deal with Venom and Carnage? Yeah, like Batman's Rogue Gallery is impressive, but take the Joker out of the mix for a second.
Actually, wait, most of Batman's Rogues Galleries is normal people. You could just shoot them. Alright, I'll deal with Batman's Rogues
Yeah.
Gallery.
Because
Batman,
at the end of the day,
shoot them.
I would argue that I would argue that the Joker could go toe to toe with almost every single member of the Marvel universe. But the moment you take the Joker out of the equation, Batman's Rogue Gallery looks shitty compared to Spider-Man's. You got Doc Ock, you got Venom, you got Carnage, you got fucking You got Mysterio, you got Rhino, you got Kingpin, you got fucking Shocker, you got Vulture. There's too many.
Wait, Ra's
The
al Ghul is
Hunter?
though. Oh,
Ra's al Ghul, okay.
Susan
Okay.
says the people who hate Record of Ragnarok are just overreacting. Yeah, that's what I think. A lot of people are overreacting, or they had way too high expectations, or they're clout chasing.
Susan's not wrong.
I saw another comment somewhere. I forgot. Oh well. Let's see. Batman doesn't use guns, Misc. Yeah, that's why I would be more efficient at dealing with them than Batman.
Well, technically, he did in the beginning. In the very beginning of the comics, he actually did use
Oh
a
yeah,
gun.
very, very early Batman.
Yes. In the Great
Straight
Deductive
up murdered
comics.
people on a regular basis.
Yep, that's true.
Bernice says, well, yeah, Joker's the only one who lives in a society instant advantage. You
I
really
mean, the
living
Joker
in a society.
is one of... It was like we were talking in the Tokyo Ghoul stream, Misc. The Joker isn't wrong in the sense that any one man can be pushed to the limit and have one really bad day and turn out just like he did.
Oh yeah, boy, can people just have one really bad day.
Exactly. I mean, like, how far are you willing... Now, remember, he was proven wrong at the end of that comic. But only because Batman saved James Gordon at the time. So, had Batman not interfered, would James Gordon have become a new Joker? We don't know.
Oh yeah. Do I want to bring this up? I will say that
Sure.
some people in Tokyo Ghoul have very bad days, Griever. Some people have very bad days in that series.
I can't wait. Correct me if I'm wrong, Miss. The part that I read Friday, is that like one of the weakest parts of the series?
I'm not sure, but I know there are stronger parts. I think one of the...
Yeah, because...
You'll be getting to one of the stronger parts, or at least one of the more popular parts in the next stream, or at least part of it.
Yeah, because, like, part 1 did very well, part 2 did decent, part 3 did good, and part 4 so far, I mean, I know I gain a lot of views. Like, for example, I think my Shiva discussion is about to hit 100 likes and 2,000 views.
Oh shit, that's
But-
doing really well, goddamn.
Yeah, that's growing over time, and I understand that a lot of my videos are the slow burn. Yours are quick, mine are slow burn. But at the same time, I feel like maybe at the time I was like, was I too drunk? Was I not paying attention enough? Was I
think it
doing
may
this?
have just been it was a late stream or whatever. I don't know. I assume if I do a community post and I'm like, hey, Griever's getting to this probably in the next stream, you'll probably get a decent amount of viewers.
I feel like Tokyo
Well,
Ghoul
as
would
I said,
And also,
we had to push that one.
a lot of the time, like, the first video in a series will get more views, and then you'll get less views as it goes on. I don't know what the deal is with that.
I don't know why either, but either way, I'm expecting the next segment to do far better than the last, because the last one was my worst segment. But I think honestly part 2 was my worst segment, like from a quality standpoint from
You mean
me.
part 3? I thought part
But-
3 was the one where you... Wait, actually, I don't remember. No, it was part 3. Part 3 was the one where you were very tired.
Oh yeah. Part 3 I was extremely tired. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't part 2, it was part 3. Part 3 I was exhausted. I'd been up for like 21 and a half hours or something fucking stupid. And I was trying to make content here and I was just like, fuck. So, but yeah, like next video I'm hoping it does better than the last one because I was like, hey, I'm here, I'm active, like let's go, Record of Ragnarok.
You are going to start on chapter 50. Which chapter do you plan on getting to?
Well, as I said, I wanted to get to chapter 50, but the end of chapter 49, as I said in the end of the stream,
Yeah, so you're
that
starting
felt
on
like such
chapter
a good
50 next stream.
That's right.
So where would be your end goal?
Is a good angle in the 60s, Misc? Like,
Let's
you might
find
know
out what's
because-
happening in chapter 60. Jesus Christ, my fucking throat is getting so dry right now. Oh my god, I'm
Oh,
losing
no.
my
Yeah,
voice.
Oh.
This hasn't happened in forever. I need to refill my water bottle. Yes,
Oh.
that's fun. Hold on, I'm scrolling through because I don't remember the exact chapters where everything happened.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
think you need to pick a stopping point.
Let's see.
Because you did that for JJK and they all worked out, so...
63 is a potential good stopping point if you want to stop where, like, oh, fuck, a big thing just happened, and it's, like, the start of stuff.
Okay, so that's 13 chapters. That sounds like about a 4-hour stream.
Okay, and there... Oh god, this goes on for a bit longer than I thought it does. Okay, let's see.
Well, but we'll
64.
have to see this. Like, remember, there's been streams where I went for like 5 hours because I was like, I can't put this shit down, guys. We're continuing.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember there's a chapter where something happens that I know you are gonna fucking adore.
Oh, I'm not gonna hate something. I'm gonna adore it for once. Fantastic.
Yeah, no, because listening to the stuff you've said, I know when you get to this, you're gonna lose your fucking shit. Maybe not that extreme,
Awesome.
but you're gonna
Talking
really
about?
enjoy it.
I
Was
think
it
I know.
I
here?
love
Was
jumping
it
onto my
earlier?
phone.
I'm trying to remember when this was.
What are you saying, Deb?
I feel like I know which chapter he's talking about.
Mm-hmm. What chapter number is it, though?
I'm trying to figure it out. Nah, this happens earlier. What happened in chapter 60? Oh wait, I already went to that. Okay, so yeah. When the fuck does that happen? Because I don't think you'll get to it next stream. I think you'll get to it the stream after, unless you read like 20 chapters.
Yeah, which, I mean, let's be honest. It is a little unlikely I go plus 16 chapters.
Yeah,
Okay.
unless you
I did
started
that.
really early and were just full of energy.
Yeah, like, I would have to start totally
Oh,
sober.
it's chapter.
already
Oh my
fed.
god, it's chapter 69.
What a
Perfect.
good number, though.
Oh my god, I remember
But
reading
could I
this.
stop? But, Misc, my question is, not that I'm saying I'm going to reach that, but could I stop after reading chapter 69? Or would I have to read the next chapter?
Yes. Oh, yes, you could. This is a fucking great chapter. It has stuff that's gonna hype the shit out of you, and it's gonna have other various cool stuff. I remember reading this chapter, and my immediate reaction when reading it is, that's one of the coolest fucking things I've ever seen. You know when you just have a really good dialogue sequence you go through? This is an example, because it's what mostly makes it cool is the narration.
Is this some L Death Note level shit?
No.
Do.
No,
You
it's
said
just,
dialogue, you
It's
said great
it's
dialogue.
a simple description of events.
Oh, yep. Now I know which one.
Dill, you know what I'm
I thought it
talking
was
about?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, if you get to this, you are gonna be very pleased with yourself.
Mhm.
So, you know what it sounds like to me, Misc? You know what it
Mhm.
sounds like? It sounds like we need to start a very early Friday night stream so we can get
Indeed,
19 chapters
because
in.
this is where we get into the real drama stuff. The real Tokyo Ghoul
Yeah.
starts now. No.
I mean, there's nothing stopping me if I were to start a stream at, let's say, 5 or 6 p.m. There's nothing stopping me from making a 6-7 hour stream either.
Indeed, it does not. Oh shit.
It's a Friday night. I can keep going. I don't start drinking, contrary to popular belief. I don't drink every hour on the hour. I have, but not usually. So, I can definitely get some supper in early on. Maybe order some takeout to make my life easy. No cleanup in the kitchen.
That sounds like a fantastic. This sounds like we have a pretty good Friday planned out here.
I think we have a very good Friday. If you're telling me that there's a great chapter at chapter 63 and now there's a great chapter at chapter 69, I don't see a reason
I
to
would say
stop
there
until
is
we
a
get.
there is a stream of great chapters during the stuff you're gonna get into.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Because listening to some of the stuff you have said, after hearing you say it multiple times, I'm like, oh my god, Griever's gonna fucking love this stuff.
That's what I love. That's what I love that Misc is in, just so your chat knows, Misc. That's why I love that Misc is almost in every single one of my streams because he understands my taste. And when I say, like, oh, I wish this, that, and the other thing, or I do something negative or positive, and anything I say, he takes that to heart and he goes, oh, yeah, chapter 51. This man's going to love that shit. He knows. So he knows how to hype me up properly without making me too excited or too downtrodden.
What I know is I know what kind of things excite you. I know what characters you really like or really want to see cool stuff from. I know what kind of writing stuff you like, maybe. So when I'm aware of that and I know what you're going to be reading, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. It's easy for you. It's easy for you to call it, right?
Yeah, it is. Let's just say that some very interesting and important things will be happening in the chapters you'll be reading this week.
Wonderful. But there is one mistake you made. You never called my hatred a Numbra.
You're right, I didn't. And then I was like, well, I guess that's not his thing.
Yeah, and the sad thing is that when I explained, remember her backstory stream, and I was like, here's how it would work, and I would accept it, and here's how it's bad because of this. And you and I think Daniel and a few other people went in there and they said, yeah, no, he's got a point. I
was just kind of like, well, way. I mean, I see his arguments. I don't totally agree with them, but I'm like, I got nothing. I got nothing to refute.
I can't. That's what you said. You're like, well, I got nothing against that reasoning, so it's fine. But you did call my love for Yuta, Toto, Sukuna, all that stuff. So.
Now listen, when Balder said that he doesn't like Kojiro that much, I'm like, all right, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Oh yeah. Like, how do you not love that man?
Oh yeah, Kojiro's great.
Kojiro's the best. Kojiro's probably my favorite character.
I mean, favorite character. Let me see. Where would I rank him? Fifth?
Oh no.
Really?
I think I'd rank him fifth. Misc already knows exactly who I'd put above him, so. Or you can guess at least two of them, Misc.
Yeah.
Is he Ando?
Having Yuta in fifth? I'm sorry, I just kind of zoned out for half a second. I was reading the chat.
It's fine. So here's how the list goes, and in no particular order, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep that clear. No particular order, but Adam and Heracles, easy.
Oh, we were talking about Ragnarok characters. Holy shit. Yeah, you could tell. I just no thoughts, head empty for a second.
Yeah. So,
your top five. I'm assuming you have Heracles, Adam, Buddha in there somewhere, Kojiro, and hold on, Jack.
Ooh. He got it. See, Miss knows me very well. No particular order, but he knew the entire list. That's absolutely correct. Though sixth is Hermes.
Hermes is fun. I hope we get something out of him sometime soon.
Yeah,
so
I think we're
gonna
get
anime original scene. Anime original scene, potential manga spoilers. Oh. How exciting! I didn't expect that.
Yeah, well, what's that about?
It seems
that
he's
was
the
weird.
guy. He's the guy who's been sharing the information.
But remember, he was the guy sharing the information back about the 13th Olympian god. in the
Yeah, so it's
Poseidon
all
fight, too.
completely in character for him.
Yeah.
Well, I've
Wow.
always thought that, but maybe it was. Now that I see it, I think it's true. Everyone always thought like Buddha was the traitor. What if it was Hermes all along? Like
Buddha
legitimately.
is technically a traitor, yes, but Hermes could also
was-
be a traitor, but maybe not like full-on betrayal. Maybe Zeus is like, hey, make this very entertaining.
In the same way that Hermes betrayed before with Adamas. I was like, and Zeus was like, oh, a war, it sounds so fucking fun.
It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, it's time for a war.
But
Dragon's Rage said Misc has attended more of Griever's stream than me. How is that possible? I'm just the more dedicated moderator, Dragon's Rage. I mean, it just so happens that Griever seems to do
Ooh.
streams on stuff that I'm all
It's fine.
interested in to some extent. Like if Griever did a bunch of streams on like fucking I don't know, Ayakashi Triangle, I wouldn't be in them because I don't read Ayakashi Triangle. But since he does streams for Shumatsu, One Punch Man, he did Jujutsu Kaisen streams, and now he's doing Tokyo Ghoul streams. Those are all series that I enjoy and have read to some extent, so why would I not join a stream for him?
I will say that though I would argue that Dragon's Rage, sorry, you still have been in the most because Dragon's Rage jumps into all my Pokemon Let's Plays, jumps into my Star
the
Wars
Pokemon
Let's
thing.
Plays.
I
Him and
attempted
MC
to.
Dude jump in every time. So I don't think that Misc has jumped into more than you quite yet, Dragon's Rage. But
Not quite yet.
Misc is probably third contender.
Well, let's take a look at Griever's sub count.
Oh god. 597 probably.
Yeah, it's still 597. Oh well. Could someone bump us up to 20 likes, please? I'd like to get that nice 0 at the end, by the end of the stream. Real Medell asks, wow, son, why did you think looking at porn is fun? 'Cause it is.
Well, he's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, when here's the trick. You got to surf through a lot of bullshit, and when you find the good porn, oh yeah, it's like looking at the sun.
Whoa, is this a topic now?
No, Band, shut the fuck up.
Oh, Ban. Of
I like
course,
how
Ban
Band was
speaks up.
summoned. Band was summoned by the mention of watching pornography.
Yeah.
We awoke
And
him
you were
from his
only
slumber.
summoned. Listen, Ban, keep looking at the picture of Tom Cruise I sent you, and keep calm.
Hey, we got up to 20 likes. Alright, I can end the stream now. No, I'm just kidding. We'll go on for a minute. Daniel
Cool.
asked, why aren't my chats showing up? I don't know. I think you asked that on, was it one of Griever? Someone was wondering why their chats weren't showing up on Griever's stream.
Haley did that, but so did Daniel and somebody else.
No, you need to unhide Haley, because I did that because she kept putting random shit in the chat.
Oh, right, yeah. I gotta unhide Haley, whatever.
Yeah, now I'm up to 21, so we're Gucci. We're better than I even planned. Daniel said, Misc, explain how Record of Ragnarok episode 1 through 4 is not trash. Okay, what's your standard for trash? Because if anything, they're just kind of average. Episode 2 kind of sucks because the Thor backstory is just so fucking slow. But like episode 3 is really good. Episode 3 is probably the best episode out of those 4. You had good music, voice acting's good, and you had some decent animation when it's not still images. So it's average, it's not garbage.
I feel like half of the Thor backstory was just still images mixed with, and then this happened, and it was sad.
And no, the Thor backstory was like, hey, we're going to, instead of doing like animation and instead of doing still images, we're going to reach the in-between of having like 1 frame per second. Storybook animation. Good lord, did it take forever to get through. How was it all still shots, no fight? It wasn't. It was not. I feel like you're narrowing down like your vision is focusing way too much on the still frames, and you're just like not watching the rest of the episodes. Like, the still framing is not great.
There.
The still framing does definitely keep it down for me. But it seems like you're just literally not even looking at the rest of the episodes.
He sees one still frame, he just pauses, just goes, "Nope, I've seen enough. I can judge this."
Let's not be too cheeky here. They use way too many still frames. Like, it's just way too much.
Yeah.
But it's not as bad as a lot of people say. Like, a lot of people say that there's just like zero animation at all, which is not accurate.
Very much not accurate. It's an anime.
No, I remember seeing someone saying, like, yeah, they use way too many stills, but, you know, the voice acting and animation's pretty good. Hey, what does anime mean? Oh, it's Japanese for animation. Wait.
Hold on a minute. Watch this.
Oh, you okay?
Daniel, the backstory is not the fight. What are you talking about? There is literally a fight. Are you trying to be fucking cheeky now? Daniel, don't say stupid shit in the chat, please. They went strategically cheaper on Thor's backstory to save some budget. I would accept that.
But Misc, what he's saying is that the Thor backstory was garbage based on, not the backstory was garbage. He misspoke. What he meant was that
it's an anime with a slideshow. Yeah, anime do that all the fucking time. There's still anime in slideshow segments. The slideshow segments aren't great. I would prefer to avoid slideshow segments. But there's still animation there. You're acting like there isn't any.
There is. You know what it is? It's a stylized used in the 90s and the late 80s. It's called storybook telling.
Yeah.
And it was used a lot in heavy 90s cartoons, and anybody old as me would know that. You know, but in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Beast Wars, in Batman, in X-Men, Spider-Man, all these cartoons in the Western comics, that's how they would use to tell a flashback sequence.
Yeah.
It was low budget. You would have high quality stills that you would animate slowly in these sort of 12 frame per second idea in a 24 frame camera, right? And that's all they did. And I do argue that I was so glad that Thor's was the only one handled this way, because the problem is they didn't jump to realization quick enough. It was like a 4-minute sequence, and it went on way too long. And I do admit that the Thor backstory was abysmal to get through.
Daniel says that's why I didn't watch 90s cartoons. Like, you literally... How old are you, Daniel? If you don't mind sharing. Did you grow up in the 90s?
Yeah, like, if you grow up in the 90s, of course you watch 90s cartoons.
You watched 90s cartoons.
Yeah.
That was what was around.
Or you watched 60s Spider-Man, which, by the way, I still love, but goddamn, you want to talk animation quality. We can go back to 60s. I can do that.
The anime gets a 2 out of 10 so far. Whatever. Yeah, like Luis Amato says, you have a right to your opinion, as unreasonable as I think it is. Yeah, I think, you know what? I think that's pretty good for the stream there. You guys got anything else to say? Do you have any closing remarks?
Plug my channel as Griever as always. But also 2 out of 10 is an abysmal rating, and I don't agree with that 100%. There's a difference between an opinion and goddamn an outright lie. So
I should smoke my Twitter, but I don't remember what it's called.
Yes, Real Medell, I question why Sun Eater decided to share that information with us. I question that decision. What were you saying, Band?
Oh, I should plug my Twitter, but I don't remember what I named it, so I can't.
Yeah, you could link it. Link it in the chat.
Ah, don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay, and is Dill still here? Yeah, Dill, you wanna link anything? Do you have anything to promote?
No.
Cool. What about you, Rat? I know you're in here.
Wait, I forgot I was here.
Yeah, that happens.
Listen, I already gave you your food cooking tips for the night. Don't you come in here, bitch.
Get back in your basement.
Oh, I do.
Oh wait, last question, Misc. If there was any superhero rogues gallery you and Griever would not want to deal with, who would it be? Superman's? Because they're all people that Superman fights?
That's a good one. I think it would be anybody who's killed Wolverine for me.
So whatever, the X-Men rogues gallery?
Not the X-Men's, Wolverines, because Wolverine sort of went off and did his own thing, sort of like Venom.
Oh,
You know what I mean? From Spider-Man. Wolverine had a slew of his own comics, so I guess. But if you want a generalization superhero, yeah, Misc ain't wrong. I mean, I don't think I'd want to deal with the Joker, and wouldn't want to deal with Lex Luthor, and I wouldn't want to deal with Venom. So, yeah, pick your
This is
poison
why
as
they're
far as
superhero
I don't want to deal with
rogues.
any of them. Yeah, I don't want to deal with any of them.
So yeah, I guess that's all for today's stream. We'll be back for Kengan reviews on Wednesday. I'll probably come up with another Jujutsu video at some point. Oh, and we get a double Ragnarok chapter this month. So we'll actually get 2 reviews this month. I'm going to do them on the channel here because the one I did on my backup didn't get copyright striked. So I'll do the same thing I did last month. And we'll just pray that this will not be the last time we do anything on the channel. Sound like a plan? Fantastic. Well, that's all for me. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you around. Until next time, take care.